All right, we're good. We're good. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Jason Germino and our lovely, lovely band of married men going on. I hope everyone's doing all right. We're going to introduce everyone in here real quick before we get talking into E3 while Manuela runs away. In the middle.
Oh, we live?
Oh, we live.
Oh, yeah,
You got
we
John. Go and introduce yourself, John, to everyone. He is the newcomer, so let him.
What's up, everybody? John, new addition to the GameOctane family. Whoop whoop.
Well, love it. And
I'm Ryan. Hey!
hey,
I'm Ryan. You've seen me before, but representing GameOctane tonight. Welcome, guys. Glad you can make it.
Yeah, I'm glad we got you guys in. So, we're here today discussing E3, which both of you guys were happily to be a part of, and been throwing out articles like crazy, man. Yeah. So anyone that's on right now listening or gonna hit up the video on demand afterwards, please go to GameOctane.com and check every one of these articles out because they've been writing articles like mad.
Yes.
So a lot of cool things going on.
And we got a couple more coming eventually. This week we got a couple more.
Yeah.
So
I got some too, but they're not E3 related. Anyway, starting off the way we always start off, what are we currently playing right now? Currently, I've been playing a shitload of Golf Story on the Switch because it was on sale. And I'm like, I'll play for like maybe a couple hours and I'll probably get bored of it. No, it's deep. It was much deeper and funner than I expected it to be, and it was like less than $10, so it was a steal. Review-wise, I am finishing up American Fugitive, which has been a blast for me, so I'm excited to get that on paper and get that out for you guys. Go ahead, next, John.
What have I been playing? I've been playing Final Fantasy 7 and 9 on the Switch.
Oh.
Yeah.
7 and 9?
7 and 9.
At the same time?
Yeah, it's confusing.
You're an animal.
Well, I gotta get ready for the remake to come out.
Gotta bust it out before the remake. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't played any of the newer ones yet, though. The redid ones for PC or anything. Ryan.
So just started up Borderlands 2 again.
Okay.
For fun. So that's been cool. So that's it's just a great game. So we got to get as far as I can so I can try the new DLC that's supposed to lead to Borderlands 3. So hopefully we'll get there eventually. Otherwise, yeah, review games. My friend Pedro is coming out.
Oh,
so
that game looks so good.
Yeah, Embargo's gonna be coming up Thursday, so we'll have our review up by then.
Awesome. Are you doesn't the Borderlands 3 the DLC, doesn't it allow you to make a character like 40 already just to play the DLC part, or are you just gonna go through it?
I believe so, but I just kind of wanted to go through it anyway, just because it's been fun.
Why not? Yeah,
I know, right?
Not like you're wasting time or anything like that. Right?
I heard it's a short game. It's fine. It's
works.
Totally okay.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, not that bad. Yeah, depending on times you want to play it, you're good.
Yeah,
Okay.
much.
So on to the meat and the taters of everything.
Woo!
The overall impressions of the conferences. I'll probably let you guys start off with the Sony Conference. I don't know what you guys thought of that one.
So there's so many hits. Like, part of me actually thought that they were gonna do some kind of like sneaky state of play just to kind of screw with people.
I was kind of hoping for that. I swear I was kind of hoping for it.
It would have been amazing. It would just been like, yeah, we're not there, but we're still around, suckers. So here's some games. Like, that would have been so cool. But I mean, it didn't happen. So yeah, in the meeting agenda, that's why I put lols on there for Sony. But their presence was definitely missed. For good reasons and for bad reasons. Obviously they take up such a tremendous amount of space there, and they always show off so many great things. It's just kind of like walking through the halls, it's like, oh, it's really feels empty. So that was kind of weird, but I understand it. They decided to move in a different direction. I think they'll probably talk about that direction at some point in time, but it just obviously it's funny because since they weren't there, I mean, their name was brought up multiple times just because everyone missed them. So just it was a great E3, but just definitely weird.
Do you think? Go ahead. Sorry, finish your thought.
No. You go first.
I was gonna say, do you think, like, as the last day, from you guys and like other people in the industry were saying, like, it seemed kind of light on the last day. Do you think it was because they kind of ran out of, either the Sony fanboys were like, okay, I'm done, we don't need to show up on a Sunday, or do you think, like you said before, like, because of the floor space was much more, I guess, open, not crammed in with so many more booths, was it just people just got bored and ended up taking off a day early? Because they were busier the days before, right?
Yeah. Okay. So Tuesday and Wednesday are usually the traditional busy days. You'll have media have a majority of their appointments Tuesday and Wednesday, unless you're Cyberpunk and you're booked solid every single time slot for those 3 days. As it should be, right? As it should be. So Thursday traditionally is usually not too packed. But yeah, I think without there was a lot of little small booths and a lot of small vendors just taking up space. So you kind of walk through that one day and you're like, okay, I've pretty much seen everything. I mean, and don't get me wrong, there was a lot of times where it was busy. I mean, Link's Awakening, what was it, John? 4-hour wait?
Ooh. Hard pass.
Something crazy like that, and we're both like, you know what? It comes out in September. We can wait. So, it was still busy, and there was a lot of busy spots. With their stampedes to Final Fantasy VII remake.
I can imagine.
Every morning.
God.
Woo!
Ridiculous.
Did you box them out?
I was strong arming people.
Strong. Oh, I love it. It's so good.
Yeah, we were strong arming people. The booth, the employees were strong arming people. Screaming.
I can imagine.
Oh man, it was hilarious.
I mean, I've been to Comic-Con in San Diego, and that it's insane. It's like 100,000 people running around. It's just pure unorganized chaos, and you have to you have to get some bows in there to get through where you need to go, and make sure like your bag of collectibles you're like just holding tight, make sure you're getting swooped on. Yeah, exactly how it is.
Hold the precious. Yeah, on Thursday, there were some people pushing, and I stopped, and they got the hint after a minute. I'm like, hey, you're not going to push me.
Yeah, we're not playing that game today. Let's not play that game.
Yeah, we're gonna hold off. So yeah, it was really weird because yes, there was a lot of spaces that were busy, but weird times it was dead. So we'll get to that, as we go on through this podcast. But yeah, just it was weird. But I don't know, John, what do you think? This was your first E3.
Oh yeah, very first.
What'd you think?
I mean, for me, I thought it was great. I didn't have anything to compare it to. It was...
I mean, compared to a Walmart, like waiting your turn to play the elf,
I mean, it was nice. We got to play everything we wanted. I got swag. I got to do things I didn't think I would get to do. So
that's awesome.
Can't complain. Still wish I was there.
Keanu Reeves, baby.
Oh man. So with moving to the Xbox, were you guys at the Xbox one, or is this just something you did?
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
We were there. So we were there in attendance for Xbox, Bethesda, and Ubisoft. Watched Square-Enix online. Tried to get in, but it was full. But watching the conference, we didn't. We were fine missing it.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Right. It was odd. We'll get to that in a second. But so yeah, we saw the majority of them, which was great. So and I had car trouble that we were dealing with for those couple days. About that. That's a story for another podcast. But we made everything, and we with some time to spare, and it was a cool experience. So yeah, it was cool. It was cool being in the audience. I guess we can start with Xbox. And John, if that's okay, I'll just kind of start with my thoughts and then jump to you, and then we'll just kind of go back and forth. So Xbox is usually my favorite one. I just love that they have the fan fest people there because they scream and shout. It kind of gets everyone hyped up, like, all right, that's cool. Keanu Reeves was insanity.
The steal of the show.
I mean, my
Hands
word. Like,
down.
we were hyped because he was like going to be in the game. It's like, yes, he's in the game. And then he comes up because I don't know if you saw Jason, but a wall pops up and he's there.
I watched it like 50 times afterwards that day. I'm like,
Right,
Keanu
like,
Reeves.
Backlit and the smoke coming out. Oh, everybody was losing their mind. Hopefully it came across into Steam, but like everyone's like, it just freaking out. And
they actually had like really good microphones. Like it didn't sound that hyped. And then like when he says, "You're amazing," like you didn't hear anyone yell until you saw like everyone else's like footage from like Twitter and stuff. I was like, what is this guy pointing and yelling at people for? But I eventually put it together. But yeah, it's pretty good.
And then him just trying to tell people, it's like, okay, I got to get through this. That was hysterical. I absolutely love that. Overall, I think it was a solid conference.
Okay.
I think my biggest problem, yes, there's always a but. Last year was great because they bought all these studios, right?
Yeah, they had all kinds of acquisitions and stuff. Yeah,
absolutely, and they announced that they acquired Double Fine, which was great.
Wow,
another great addition. The problem I had is I was really hoping for even just some kind of teaser image of what the various studios were working on. We got a lot of footage of games that honestly the studios that they bought, they were already working on that. So Outer Worlds, Wasteland 3, Bleeding Edge, the studios were already working on those, but they kind of touted it as, oh, hey, we got these acquisitions, here are these games coming out. It's like, well, not really, because they were working on it before you guys bought them.
Yeah.
So I think I was really hoping that there would just be some kind of, even just a little title card of, hey, or even just a brief, this studio is working on an action adventure RPG, and we'll have more details later. Like, I would have loved that. That would have been fantastic for me, because it's still really early. Some of these studios are brand new.
Yeah.
I knew there wasn't going to be like footage or anything, but just a little taste of, hey, we got a mobile game from this, just something. I think it would have resounded a lot better with the fans. But other than that, I think it was a solid show. Tons of games, naturally, because no PlayStation, so a lot of third parties were clamoring to get
on Xbox.
Admittedly, I'm so happy that Keanu was a surprise, but having it that early in the show, it did kind of drag things for a while, because we were all so hyped up, and then it's like, okay, it just, there wasn't a ton of excitement after that. And of course, then there's the tease for Project Scarlet, which was kind of what they did for Scorpio, so that made sense. So yeah, overall, solid. Very cool being in the audience. John, that was your very first conference. I don't know, what'd you think?
I mean, I thought it was cool seeing all the games. Like I said, I didn't really know what to expect. It was cool seeing Keanu up there, like a little schoolgirl, giddy.
Keanu! I can feel his sweat. I love your musk.
I smell you.
I was kind of lackluster with the Scarlet being announced. I was like, okay, give me more. And I was kind of like, I personally felt like it was too soon, because we just got the X. That was supposed to be the most powerful console ever made. And then it's like, oh, hey, by surprise, bam! There's another one.
Something else.
I'm glad I didn't get an X.
Yeah.
But, overall, their conference was great. Like, I was like on cloud 9 the whole time, so I had no real bad moment.
Yes. Shout out to our buddy Andy, who writes for Motor. I'm gonna mispronounce this. Motor World Hype.
Yes.
There you go. I can't even talk tonight. He saved us some seats because we were running late. So, and he's also been helping out with some of the impressions.
He does have a few articles up as well.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, he saved us some great seats right there in the middle. We were, and John, I didn't really point this out, and I should have, but we were behind. Actually, some of the developers of the kind of the infrastructure. So like the consoles, things like that. So it's kind of cool seeing their reaction as their video popped up. I'm just like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
They're crying, oh my baby.
Yeah, there's like
they got their camcorders out like if their kid is in a play or something.
Yeah, so overall it was solid.
That's good.
I reading some of the reviews, some people were kind of mad, but it is what it is. They weren't. You gotta tease a little bit and then kind of get people to come back for more info. So
I can believe that. Before we move on to Bethesda, I want to let anyone know in chat that keep up to date with us, hang out with us, chat a little bit, get into discussion because we do have some swag to give away. Ryan is hosting the bag that's full of stuff. It's so
heavy.
We are limiting it to United States, basically North America. And if you're in Canada, you're able to get in. So hit up in the chat a few times. Currently,
you hear that, Myth?
Yeah, Myth. Hello, Myth. So yeah, just hit him, chat.
Giveaway.
Say what's up. Yeah, and just hang out with us for a bit for the rest of the night. Will be good. Moving. Anything else on Xbox? You want to move to Bethesda?
No, we can move on to Bethesda, but just for chat, like if the chat has any impressions of what they think, that feel free to agree or disagree with us. But yeah, just talk and chat. It's fun. It's more fun that way. I know. So after Xbox, we took an Uber over to the Shrine Auditorium. Yeah, that was kind of weird because that's where PlayStation had their conferences for a while. You know what I mean? Like 2016, 2017.
Like you're in a funeral.
It's so weird. It's so weird not having them there, and I think we missed them. So we made it to Bethesda, got some really good seats. So that was very exciting. Let me first before I talk about the conference itself, yes, the guy who was yelling in the background was just as annoying in person as he was on the stream. I honestly think it might have been one of the development teams for one of the games that they showed
I think they found the guy on Twitter, and he's like, yeah, I'm the one yelling. He's like, I was super hyped to be there. And everyone's like, dude, you need to pump the brakes a little bit. He's like, no, I was so hyped. And like, it was a bunch of, I don't know if he's from like the Bethesda Reddit or something. I don't know. They dared him to do it. I don't know, something weird like that.
But it was weird because it wasn't like hyped. It was like there was some complaining in the background too. That I don't know if it got caught on the stream mics or anything like that.
Not too much.
It was just like, dude, just relax. I'm for the hype. It's just a weird, inopportune. Like you jump in with something when there's kind of a dull moment and it just kind of screws them up because they start laughing and then it takes them a while to get back to the teleprompter. Anyway, so. Yeah, he was just as annoying.
He was trying to pull that guy who got where CD Projekt Red gave that guy a free copy because he said he talked to Keanu.
For a collector's edition.
But no, I heard supposedly the guy said, "I don't want it. Donate the $70 to like a charity or something." Oh. This is what Keanu would do. I read that. I don't know if it's true or not. I have to dive in, but I think that's what he said.
Because on Twitter they said that they were going to give him a collector's edition.
I think after the fact he said no. Keanu wouldn't do it this way, and he would give it out. It would be good.
Good on him then. That's awesome.
That may or may not be true, but that's just what I
read. So for Bethesda, I think I got most excited for their future. Doom Eternal is going to be awesome.
That looked amazing.
Yes. Oh, and it played so well. Our impressions are on GameOctane.com about Doom Eternal. Shameless plug. So it that looks amazing. Wolfenstein Youngblood is going to be great. Co-op Wolfenstein. I mean, how do you can't go wrong.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I think though that Deathloop. Yeah, Deathloop. Deathloop and Ghostwire, I think we got the most hyped for those ones because the trailers look so interesting.
They did. They look very good.
Yes, and so we were super excited for that. So unfortunately, we're have to wait till next year for them to show off anything. But those trailers were amazing. We got a battle royale for 76.
Hey, Yahtzee.
I was telling John that I would have been okay with it if the trailer made it look like, oh, you're gonna be an overseer of a vault. But second, I was hopeful dude, if you win this, maybe you can in game control a vault. How cool would that be? An actual reward for winning it. But no, it's just that you win and then you play again. So that was disappointing.
You don't say.
There's NPCs that talk now. Hey, and of course, the development team was super hyped for it, and I can understand. And they're trying to fix the problem, so I applaud them for that. But that was just kind of hard to watch.
I can imagine.
Yeah, so that was hard. Otherwise, other than that, I think just the future is looking super bright. And we know that the games coming out this year are going to be phenomenal. But man, give me some more Deathloop and some more Ghostwire next year. We need that.
John, anything to add?
No, that kind of covers it.
How was the party, man? Talk about the party.
Oh, that's right. So there was the after party.
Yeah.
They throwing some elbows. They had some good barbecue. They're corn on the cob.
Oh,
good. Damn.
So good.
Oh, speaking of the after party, Linda Carter was there, the original one.
That's right. Yeah. You guys posted that. Oh man, she's still gorgeous. God damn.
She was, man.
I love you. Marry me. Oh wait, I'm taken. Just kidding.
Just kidding. Psych. We can make an exception tonight.
Right? Yeah. Just come stand next to me for a minute. The creative director for Ghostwire was walking around, and she was a rock star.
Oh,
by the way.
Oh, she's just oozes. Man, I said I played blackjack next to her at Lake Tahoe one time for like
what
2 or 3 hours, and I lost so much money, but I didn't want to lose my seat. This was a good 10+ years ago, so I was able to stay up all night. But I just remember talking to her just about everything. It was amazing. She's an amazing person.
That's awesome. Yeah, there was a lot of people that were hammered. Everyone was having a good time.
Oh, jeez.
Open bar. Shout out to the mix. Oh yeah, open bar. It was crazy. Shout out to the whoever made the mix, the music mix during the whole party. That was banging the entire night. It was so good.
They had actual DJ, or they just had like some guy's iPod plugged in?
Just on loop a DJ.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's legit. That's smart.
It was so good. I wish I knew how to get that mix. But we did. We waited in a long line, but we did end up playing Doom Eternal. Again, our thoughts are up on GameOctane.com, but just a quick recap. It's not like some just blind shoot 'em up, which I kind of was expecting at first. I mean, there's a lot of strategy involved because you don't get a ton of ammo, and there's not a lot of ammo or health packs around. So you got to chainsaw, you got to use your glory kills, you got to be strategic and concise, and that was awesome. I may have broke the game a little bit.
Twice.
Yeah, they had to go in their PC codes and no clip so I can get out of an area.
Taking notes while you're getting stuff.
Yeah, they did. One guy was like, "Oh yeah, you're the first person that found that." There was like an area where I could have technically tried to jump through to skip the whole level, and they're like, "We're gonna fix that." So there was a couple. So that was cool. I'm like,
what website were you from again?
I know, right? Depends. Am I in trouble?
Yeah.
IGN.com. So that one's gonna be super exciting when it comes out. So that was awesome.
God, I just freaking wish I was there. Anyway, Ubisoft.
1 year, man. We're gonna get you in there.
I know.
Year.
I'm actually thinking about going to PAX. Maybe skipping Silicon Valley and go to PAX. I gotta talk to the wife though.
Because I heard nothing but
Cyberpunk is gonna be playable at PAX.
That's the rumor.
Yeah, boy. Okay, Ubisoft. Let's keep going.
E3. Ubisoft was pretty solid. The theater which it's held, the Ophium Theater in downtown Los Angeles, is not made for big boys.
No.
So just to let y'all know.
Like this.
Yeah, I was like pushing the row in front of me with my knees, pretty significantly. So whoever that foreign press dude was, I apologize profusely. I need to sit though. Watchdogs Legion looks awesome.
It does look good.
I do want to see some more gameplay because it's just kind of interesting. Like, could I really get anybody I want to join, like the DedSec team, or do they try to steer you to certain characters and things like that? So it'll be exciting to see, but I'm excited for it. Gosh, what else? Just Dance 2020, baby. It's coming out.
On the Wii, right? They say it's going to be on the Wii.
Yeah, and I think it will keep coming out on the Wii. It's been out. It's been coming out since since the Wii came out. It's been crazy
but
though.
we're like 3 systems ahead. That's
yeah. It's time to retire.
You know what I was hoping for? They didn't have a Mario plus Rabbids sequel, right? They didn't announce it. Damn, I was kind of I could have swore that was going to be announced this year.
Or at least some more DLC. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Like some other level or some other thing. But yeah, nothing at all. So maybe next year.
There's always next year when the Switch 2 comes out.
Switch extra large. Yeah, no Skull and Bones, no Starlink. Sorry.
Really? Wow. Well, Starlink, yeah, that was. I'm not worried. Not WoW and Starlink. WoW and Skull and Bones.
No. Yeah, I'm a little worried about those two, but it's okay. So man, the Ghostlands looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool. Shout out to the doggo, who won the show, obviously, for being there. The end little stinger for Gods and Monsters looks interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they had something else to show for it besides that cinematic, because I think it just left a lot of more questions than answers. But overall, it was okay. I think honestly, I probably didn't enjoy it as much just because I was cramped and miserable for an hour. So I'm sure, so chat, let me know. I'm sure there are some other games that I missed that were on there, but I think the big ones were Watchdogs, Gods and Monsters, Ghostlands obviously was huge. Oh yeah, the some more Tom Clancy stuff, that mobile game.
So, yeah.
It will feature Sam Fisher, I guess.
Yay!
But
Jesus.
So yeah, overall it was okay. It was all right. I don't know, John. What do you think?
I'm kind of like you. Like we were both kind of cramped in those seats. Like it was, yay, we got in. We weren't in the overflow, but we were kind of like, it would have been nice to have been in the overflow.
Yes.
I mean, started off with a bang with that orchestra playing the Assassin's Creed music. I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Yes.
And then I was just kind of like, that's it. I mean, interested on the Gods and Monsters thing. Like, it kind of had that Zelda feel-esque. Just a little clip. Not big into the Tom Clancy game, so that wasn't like anything awesome for me. But Watchdog, like, I'm really interested about kind of like, can you actually use everybody, kind of like what you were saying? And
right.
The old ladies.
Have the Golden Girl squad rolling with you.
Right.
Yes.
I'm coming. Taze, you're dead.
Silent but deadly assassins.
Yes. No, I hope it's true. By the way, the company that's producing that show, we interviewed him because he produced the Zelda Symphony.
Oh, it's the same dude.
Same dude.
Wow.
So that interview is on our YouTube channel, JCP Productions, I believe it is.
I believe so.
So check that out too. Music was phenomenal though, so it would be cool to see. So Square-Enix, we watched Square-Enix.
Eating pizza.
Boy. Oh, go. John, go ahead. I want to hear your thoughts first, and then I'll tell you mine.
Oh, I get to go first? Yay!
Yay!
I think Square was more exciting for me than Ryan because a lot of the games that they showcased were kind of more my style. Like I'm a big RPG role playing type stuff. So Thing, Phantasy Star being on there, I was like,
ooh,
holy crap! What else? Now I'm drawing a blank.
Was it 8?
Final Fantasy 8 being released.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that one, but hey, I'll take another Final Fantasy on the go for my Switch. And see what kind of features they add. I gotta have them all, kind of like Pokemon.
Oof.
Yeah, it's just kind of cool to see all those coming out, like the Tales of Azure. Is that what it was?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. But Tales was shown at Xbox though. But yeah, that one.
Dude, man, it's a Square.
Square was all over the place.
I had so many emails when that conference ended. I was like, they did not go over all this crap in the conference, did they? Because I had like 20 emails. Yeah, they had like the new the Mana series getting redone.
Oh, yes.
The Last Revenant, I think I got a bunch of that stuff in. And then Trials of Mana is going to be completely 100% remastered or remade. Whatever, I forgot the terminology used for next year, which is going to be pretty awesome because it's never been in the United States before. So that's that's super freaking awesome.
Yeah, you can get the collection now, right, on the Switch.
Yes. Which we may get. I've been pulling strings.
Maybe?
I've been pulling strings. We're gonna see. I've been pulling strings.
Baby.
Baby girl.
Yes. Baby girl.
That and like all Last Revenant, all those ones. I'm in, and I corrected a lot of their PR lists. I was like, oh, these links don't work. They're like, oh, nobody's ever told us this. I'm like, how do you send this to everyone in the world and no one tells you this shit don't work? So I scored points. I got brownie points. I'm just saying I got some brownie points.
Nice. I was gonna say they're probably so swamped. They're like, okay, we got to set the timer right so it doesn't come out early.
Yeah, but they didn't mass email it back to everyone saying there's a correction, so I'm sure they don't give a shit. So.
No, it's like just copy and paste a link. That's probably what.
Yeah, they gave me the same link that was already broken. I'm like, okay.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks.
Yeah, there was a ton of Final Fantasy, that's for sure. And we'll get into our thoughts on the gameplay for the remake, for 7 remake. But I will say that what they showed in Avengers was pretty poor, and they probably should have shown what they did on the show floor during their theater presentation. I think it would have gone a whole lot better. And I think they probably need to make the wording bigger that says alpha footage.
It's like really tight.
Yeah, because some people are like, these models look like such crap, and it's like the game doesn't come out for another 11 months. They're gonna work on it.
Yeah, there's gonna be some like Sonic. They'll just redo the whole thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're just gonna redo the whole game for you guys.
Yeah.
But spoiler, you're not gonna get it for 3 more years, suckers. So the showing of it was pretty poor, even though it's got a great voice cast. But so just overall, so overall, I think the presentation could have been a lot better in turn for Avengers. Final Fantasy fans, oh yeah, they did a great job. But everything else, it's like, okay, cool. So I think obviously Nintendo probably had the best presentation out of all of them. I don't know. Did you get a chance to see it, Jason?
I only got to see the trailers I wanted to see. Oh yeah, which was basically Link's Awakening. That was really it.
Oh, footage looked beautiful. The create a dungeon thing looked super.
Oh, I wish we can share those. I wish we can create them and send them to friends. I hate how limited the Switch is for being like. We're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah, no, I hear you 100%.
That's a different podcast. That's a song for another time.
It's like it's almost there. So us getting Link's Awakening is gonna be awesome in September.
Oh, I can't wait.
Banjo-Kazooie gonna be in Smash. That's awesome.
Luigi's Mansion, that's also September too, right?
Oh yeah. Oh no, it's at 2019. So there's no release date, but it's coming out this year.
So Halloween. I'm gonna assume it's coming Halloween. It's got ghosts in it.
It's got to, right? Or something like October 24th or whatever.
Yeah,
something around Halloween. Besides that, the Animal Crossing footage was very cool, but they obviously, that's one of those few games where fans are like, take your time, don't worry,
don't screw this up for us.
Just get it right.
They had an article right before E3 started how someone had their Animal Crossing town for 17 years. I mean, it's still alive and running on GameCube. They log in every single day, do their daily things, and just live the dream. I'm like, this guy has not bought a game probably in 17 years. Been playing Animal Crossing since then.
I mean,
unreal.
Tom Nook is
Tom Nook
rough,
is the jam.
So he's probably like, you better log into that crap for 17 years and pay me my money.
Where's my bells, bitch?
Where's my cheddar?
Where's my friggin' cheddar?
Where's my cheddar?
Ugh.
I know, Jason, you weren't super pumped.
Oh, I am. I already know where you're going with this. I can might as well just turn my microphone off because this is not going to go well.
That's why I'm not going to talk too much about it, but
I
mean, they showed off a little bit of footage. Part of me was a little disappointed because if they can show off just a smidge of Breath of the Wild 2, they could give us a little bit of Metroid. But I mean, I get that they're basically like redoing it. So I was like, just something would have been so good, but. What are you gonna do?
Not buy any Nintendo products ever again.
Oh, goodness!
I hated Breath of the Wild, man.
Oh man, that is gonna be
unless they fix it. I am not even gonna give it the time of day. I'm not even gonna put any articles up on the game website unless it comes out better. I actually hated that game. It was my worst game I've ever played in the last 5 years.
I I gotta go.
Easily.
Someone's calling me.
You better. We'll stop there because I'll keep going for another hour if you want.
So,
Chat, how you doing? And any comments from chat right now?
Yeah, I'll give you my at me at Kletzleo at Twitter. We can argue about this.
Needless to say, get it. It was a solid presentation. Switch is just the place to go for games. Their first party, their third party. It's getting everything. So it just night and day from Wii and Wii U, right?
The Switch getting
it can.
Wolfenstein.
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
Anyway,
Usually I don't hate things at E3, but ooh boy.
Like Breath of the Wild.
Moving on.
Anyway, I want to say what's up to Mac. He's in chat. Anyone else in chat, if you guys want to hang out, talk to us, interact with us. We have a swag bag of E3 goodies that they picked up over there. Just hang out with us, chat a bit, and we will ship it your way. We'll pick a winner at the end of this.
North America.
I wanted to say that before we get into your actual gameplay stuff.
I'll show you what's in the bag.
No.
Later on, but
surprise.
Oh, no,
I'm just kidding. No, yeah, we'll show them.
It's my dirty socks that I haven't washed since E3. I'm just gonna pop them right in there.
The sweaty E3 badge.
Yeah, smell-o-vision. Be like, you wish you were there. Well, have the experience.
Doctor disrespects E3 ban. Cease and desist.
That was hilarious.
What
by the way,
jackass.
Anyway,
moving on.
Yes, we saw some games, Klutz.
I hope you did. I hope you didn't just go to E3 and get cramped and listen to Keanu Reeves talk all day.
I literally thought that we would probably see like 3 games a day, but we were seeing like 6 or 7 things. It was just weird. Such a
me. Good luck charm right here.
Fine.
You're welcome.
Fine. John hooked us up. John did well. He was a good luck charm. He couldn't get me a year pass to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate though, but you know, whatever.
I got it from myself. Is that
hey, that's good.
It does. Lucky. I was so mad. So I figured just, Klutz, if you're good, we'll kind of go just from what we saw.
I didn't play any of these. You guys do what you guys go for this part. I'll just interact with Mac on chat and you guys can do what you want. I'm good. I'll be here to make comments on some of these, but.
Well, before we jump in, Jason, what did you see that stuck out to you? Did you see any trailers that you really liked besides Link's Awakening? Did you like anything jump out at you?
Battletoads jumped out at me huge. The mana collection jumped out at me pretty good. I was pretty stoked on that. Zombie Army 4 looked really amazing. Ultimate Alliance 3, I watched it once. I wanted to watch the trailer again, but I thought that was pretty legit.
That was one of my favorites.
Maxon, the only real news from E3, TurboGrafx Mini.
That literally stopped us in our tracks because we were about to leave and we saw the footage. We're like, what?
Luigi's Mansion 3. I wanted to check out for sure. The Sega Mini Console is super interested in because Sony took a crap on theirs. I'm hoping Sega doesn't. And the new Lego Star Wars thing, I was kind of surprised that they're like redoing everything, but I'd rather just.
So good.
Yeah,
it looks amazing. Yeah, so we'll it looks like we're gonna cover most of those, which is good.
Yeah, so. I didn't read the list or anything. I'm just kidding. I made those up.
What list? I don't know what you're talking about. This is the first time we've talked about this.
This is live and uncontrolled.
Live and uncensored. Oh, sorry.
No, please, God, no. There goes our viewers, and I see him dropping.
Oh, that's rude.
They're leaving in the droves.
So, day 1 on Tuesday. So we had gamer passes, so that restricted when we can go into the convention center. Except Xbox let us in when the show opened, which was awesome. So that also helped a great deal with our coverage. So Xbox was pretty much our first day. It's for the show. First thing we ran to was Battletoads, and
of course,
let me tell you, it was amazing.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that.
Oh my gosh, glad to hear that. All the nostalgia just came crushing back. Even at the demo they had the bike level. and we'll get to that in just a second. But it just phenomenal. I think my only complaint is that the character models did move a little slow. But one thing that helps with that is that they have you can use your tongue to grab an enemy and bring him to you. So I kept flicking that tongue, guys.
Get over here.
Get over here.
I saw that tongue. I can't think of the word I'm going to use. I saw it being used. I'm like, oh god, what the hell did they do? And then I saw him like boot the shit out of him. Like, okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right, I'm picking
yeah.
up. Then I saw the level, which was like, like you're actually driving it, like the third person view. I'm like, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. There better be some sort of like vertical shaft I'm going through on a rope and just kicking the crap out of pelicans. That's what I'm talking about next.
I mean, just from the stuff that we saw, I think they were they're very the source material. Like they I think they care. And so they added all the basic attacks that we're used to. They added more attacks that just look awesome. Each of the three toads are, they each have their different abilities basically. And so that's great. The bike level was very unforgiving.
The way it should be. There shouldn't be any other way.
But we beat it though.
Oh no shit, that's good.
Yeah, we did.
There was some big gaming guy, and I forgot he writes for IGN or Quack or something. He said he couldn't do it. He said he played it for like 20 minutes, couldn't do it. I'm like, oh, a bunch of schmucks.
What's interesting about the bike level is you do have all three toads on the screen. If you're playing first player, you'll be able to switch between toads. So like if you're about to get creamed, switch to the other toad, and then you can keep going. And then eventually there's a little bit of a timer mechanic where if you get killed, you will come back eventually. So really,
as long as someone else is still alive.
Yeah.
Exactly right. So it just kind of worked out that way where we all kind of died at separate times and we did just enough until our teammates were back and we kept going. So luckily it was really hard, but not so hard where I was gonna throw the remote and break the TV. It's hard. It is very, very hard.
I love it.
But the developers, a round of applause at the end. That was cool. They said about 40% beat that.
Really?
Yeah, about 40.
Bunch of young guns out there used to playing Fortnite and got the real. They got to play the real deal back in the day.
I wish I caught his name, but one of the developers was like, oh, that guy over there, that's the creative director. Tell him it's easy. And apparently it was going to piss him off. And so he's like, you didn't tell him it was easy. I'm like, dude, I can't lie. We barely passed that
I would have told him, like, what is this? A game for ants?
Yeah, nothing. Just flip everything. But like, come back later.
You owe me 2 t-shirts.
Nothing for GameOctane. It was awesome. The art style I think works really well.
I was curious, just like the Ninja Turtle redo. I'm like, but then eventually I was sold on it. It didn't take that long for me to get over it.
Yeah, it's totally. I mean, I'm glad it didn't go with some realistic route. That would have been really weird. So it worked out really well. John, what do you think?
Yeah, it was fun. I felt like I was reliving, the glory days of never being able to.
Glory days.
Yeah.
Because, you do the first level and you're like, fine, you beat up the robot, and then you're going down the shaft or whatever, and you beat up the pelicans. You're like, okay, I got this. And speed bite.
What?
No. So at least on this one, you could basically survive it as long as somebody, survives and keeps the thing going. It made me cry a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It was on the inside.
Nightmares.
Yeah, too many people were watching.
Right. Mac is commending you for unwitting accomplices in an interdepartment quarrel. I commend you for not taking the bait. I would have done it, but
I should have stood up and been like, that was it.
Is this all you got?
That's all you got. Dude,
you think you're better than me?
I know, right? Those Englishmen would probably kill me. It was awesome. Definitely one of our favorite demos. And just to start E3 with that was phenomenal.
Is it online co-op? Please?
They didn't say.
I don't have anyone to play with.
But we didn't ask.
Oh, let's. You know what? Let me look up. John, do you want to start talking about Gears?
Yeah,
5,
start talking about Gears
just that
5.
escape mode.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up and see if it is.
I played Gears. Was it like the last day? I think.
Okay.
We actually got to the Mixer Dome and played it. It was fun. Like it's doing the. Was it? What was it called? Escape. Yeah.
He's nodding his head.
Yeah, escape. Yeah.
Escape. So that was cool because like you have limited ammo that you're getting. Each of your characters have like different skills. So the guy that I ended up having had like a shield that would protect everybody, which was great when like you're trying to revive your person and whatnot. And you got basically you're on this timer, and like the gas or whatever is coming in, so it's like run for your lives. But then you're like, oh crap, there's this big like juggernaut thing in your face, and it's stomping on you with a sledgehammer, and you're like, I have no bullets. I can try and melee you. Nope, I'm dead. Okay, sorry.
This isn't where I parked my car. What the hell's going on here?
I mean, one of the characters has an ability where they can like basically drop ammo.
Okay.
Kind of have a bubble, and you're replenishing your ammo, which is
That's
nice.
cool.
And it, and it's everything you love about Gears. You can still chainsaw the enemies and curb stomp them, and things like that.
Oof.
So.
Absolutely. Yeah, I hope that there's some good support for it because it's fun to play. But I can see people memorizing the maps, and so just kind of it's E3, so the demo that I played was set just to the easiest difficulty. I think John, yours was set to like intermediate or something like that, so it's a little bit more challenging, that's for sure. But hopefully there'll be some good support with some more maps. Otherwise, if it's like there's only 3, then we're gonna get bored real quick. But it was a lot of fun. I did wish they showed off actual like story mode gameplay, but I think that's gonna come down the line. But overall, it's just like if you need a break from traditional PvP and from the story, like it's a great escape.
Definitely blood pumping though.
Oh yeah, yes. There's that. Yeah, there's a gas that goes through that's gonna basically kill you if you get caught in it. So you have to it pushes you and that little. It's like a reverse battle royale. So there's a gas that's gonna get you and push you towards different parts of the map and things like that. So it was very cool. After we played Gears, well, actually, sorry, I played Gears while John went to go potty.
Hey man, nature calls. Had a big goal. Things happen.
Rookie bladder. Come on, man. I know. So we managed to meet up again. We played Bleeding Edge, which was the new one from Ninja Theory, and that one. So we played that on Tuesday, and it's interesting. So it's a lot of people. I would say it compares to like a melee version of Overwatch or Paladins. There are just like unique characters. They each have a class. You have your tank, you have your assassin, you have your healer or support, blah blah blah. The game itself, or the demo that we played, for me it was really challenging because I'm terrible at Overwatch, so it was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. John can talk about his experience because he has some experience with Overwatch, so. Yeah. But for me, as like a noob, I was struggling real bad. But the characters are really cool, and they each have really cool abilities. Mine, I played a granny that was on like this little roller, which was awesome. What was great about her is like I could drop a cage on a player, and then I could use another ability to suck the life from the character to me, so I replenish my health while they lose theirs and eventually die. So it was
That's
really cool.
badass.
Yeah, it was a really cool character, and there's a lot of great unique characters. So it's gonna be fun trying them out. June 27th is a technical alpha, so I'm definitely jumping on that to try it again. Sure. But John, since you have played Overwatch before, was it easy for you to pick up, or was it also kind of challenging?
I wouldn't say it was necessarily easy. Like I was familiar because, like you were saying, it felt like to me kind of like a weird mix of like Paladins and Overwatch because like you've got your hoverboards that you take and go to like your point, and you're like it's like King of the Hill and Halo back in the day. But characters like they all like for anybody that's listening or in the chat, if you play Overwatch, like the character I played was kind of like Genji, so it was more melee with the swords, where the character that Ryan used, the granny, would be more like Moira. So like, you know, soul sucking, almost like Shang Tsung, like your soul is mine.
Mine.
And it was cool. Like we had our healer, and I felt bad for him because he's like, if no one wants to do it, I'll be the healer. Fine. No
That's
one
the
wants
best
to be
part.
the healer, right?
I just wanted to be the granny. I didn't know what class she was. I'm like, I don't care. I want to be the
But
granny.
it was cool because like we had 2 teams, and each team got to play with somebody that was part of the development team. So they're kind of coaching you of like, hey, good, do this, watch your back, let's go to this point, things like that. And we actually almost won. We only lost by like what, 10 points?
Yeah, some idiot died like towards the very end and lost the team points. So
Was that me or you?
no, it was me. Totally me.
Oh.
I
Okay.
got caught. Like I thought I was so clever because I got someone in the cage. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to get him, and then like 3 more players. I'm like, crap, this was not a good idea. Anyway, so
We have an update in chat from Swiss Vanilla
hey,
saying that Aiden just said, "Who uses the word noob anymore?"
Aiden, go to bed.
I was gonna say, "Boy, get your butt to bed."
That's my wife, y'all. I guess she. Oh yeah, I guess my wife can win the pack now that she's in chatting, huh?
Just her and Mac. We got a two-way run.
That's gonna save me on shipping, that's for sure.
Mac only lives like an hour and a half away, so you got good. You just walking over.
Yeah, it was. I'm excited to play more. I want to try more characters. It's definitely different. So I liked it. It was a good different, but hard. So I'm excited to try again. After that, we got to play some. Yeah, it's kind of a couple smaller games. Spiritfarer.
Ooh.
Spiritfarer.
Lotus Games, my God! Not Lotus. It's something Lotus Games, right?
Thunder Lotus.
God, I love that.
Yes.
Developer's so good.
They're so good, and the artwork and the style and just it's beautiful. The game is, we only got a little taste, but we got to build a little bit on the boat. We got to do some daily life stuff, go fishing, plant things. We did a quest. It was just. Oh my gosh, it's such a great little game. And so I was bummed it was only like a little 15-20 minutes. I'm like, I need to play more of this.
Is this out next year? Is it 2020?
Oh, I think
you remember?
I think it's... Hold, please.
Please hold.
Please hold. 2020. Yeah. I know. I know.
Take your time, make it beautiful. I'd rather that than have a rush game.
Yes.
I'm just running out of things to hope for this year. That's what I'm getting frustrated. Like I just see my wallet just 2020.
Bro, you're gonna be. Yeah, 2020 is gonna be awful for our wallets. I was gonna say this year you can just stick with Link's Awakening and it'll be cool.
I'm gonna start speedrunning that. I'm gonna play it so much. Oh man. I really wanted to play that game. That game looks really good.
That's right. My wonderful wife reminded me that I didn't answer the question about Battletoads. It looks like it's just couch co-op. I didn't see anything online.
Oh wow. Way to keep up. Who the hell's running this show?
Sorry, my bad. But
right.
I mean, it's gonna develop some more, so maybe fingers crossed they'll be online. Huh?
Maybe a DLC?
Please.
Yeah, I don't have anyone to play with.
Yeah, anyway, sorry. Spiritfarer is beautiful, and it's gonna be so good. I cannot wait for it to come out. We played Zombie Army 4 after that from my boys at Rebellion.
That game looks sick.
Those beautiful boys.
Those
beautiful boys.
Roll that beautiful beam footage.
I think I surprised the developer who was hanging out. Because one of the characters you can choose is Carl from the Sniper Elite series.
Mm-hmm.
I was excited because I did one of the bullet cams for Sniper Elite, and just a zombie's head exploded. I'm like, oh yes, the bullet cam's there, and he's like, you know Sniper Elite? I'm like, heck yes, I know Sniper Elite. I know my games, man. Come on.
We're at E3, aren't we?
Hello, come on now. I should have been like, I'm an influencer, so I know things, okay?
I'm an influencer.
Stupid.
Don't say that, ever.
Sorry. I never will. I'll probably get banned from places if I say that. One thing I liked about Zombie Army is that it is, it's got a couple great things going on. at the start of the game, this train crashes in front of like a base of operations. So I was mowing down zombies. I was feeling real good, and oh man, they came in from other places, and I'm like, oh crap, I got stuck in a corner. There's a lot of zombies to clear out, so it's cool. I did enjoy that. There's a variety of zombies, so there's some challenge in there, especially like the suicide dynamite ones were a headache to try and kill. Besides that, though, your character has a lot of really cool power-ups, like a super powerful just punch. You can upgrade your weapon, so mine did lightning damage, electricity damage. Oh, yeah, it ripped through zombies. It was awesome. There's environmental things you can shoot to kill zombies and things like that. So it's fun. It's an absolute blast to play.
I never played the other three, but this one looks awesome.
The other three are on Xbox Game Pass if you're interested in trying them out.
Don't have it.
Okay.
I don't have Game Pass.
Right,
Sorry. Not a hater. I just can't. I don't have reason to get it. I don't have time to play anything in Game Pass.
Dude, get the PC one. It's $10.
I don't have time. I just finished saying that.
Make the time, man.
Oh,
Your kids can raise themselves.
I'm just gonna kill like dog food. Just pour it in the bowl and there you go.
You ever see that one? I can't remember who it was from. I think it was like Funny or Die, but it was like a dad came home from deployment playing Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, and then he was called back to go in. Dad, we miss you. Not now, son. I gotta go back.
I gotta go.
Anyway.
Someone's gotta do it.
Someone's gotta do it. Yeah, I just imagine doing that. Yeah, so it was super fun. I really enjoyed it. The last game we played was the last game I played that day, that John played earlier in the day, was Borderlands 3. So, good stuff. It is, well, it's about the same as like Borderlands 2.
Yeah,
and the other
I'm
Borderlands,
sure there's not much. They kept the formula. There's not going to change much. Yeah,
and that's fine. The demo was it was only a little disappointing because, part of their namesake is just the thousands of guns that you can get in the game.
Like the gun that runs with it. That's the best thing I've ever seen in a trailer.
I want that so bad. Oh my gosh, I want that. I think for time's sake they didn't add a bunch of guns in there. I think just to keep people moving and keep the demo short, as it should be. I mean, it shouldn't be a long one. So that was just kind of like, okay, I didn't really find any guns I could switch out or anything like that, or at least powerful ones. I did he's not the mercenary, the operative. I think they called him the operative in Borderlands 3. Yeah. He's got some great abilities, so you can make a clone of yourself that will shoot enemies, and you can flank around and shoot stuff. But you can also transport your essence into the clone, so if you need to almost like a quick teleport from one side to the other. That's super duper handy. So it's just it is similar, but it's a good similar. The humor's there, the gun's there, the good gameplay is there, so it's gonna be a great game.
Everything you love in the series. So
yes,
I can't
exactly. And it had the best swag, so that was good.
Did they?
Yeah, they had the best swag bag. It was great.
Yeah. Oh. It was a yellow swag bag. They had a folder of like 8 prints of just awesome artwork featuring oh gosh, whatever that main bad guy is. That's in all their advertisements. The Maniac, something like that.
I got you.
So so he was in there, and of course there was a bag or a mask. That was awesome. Oh yes, thank you. So one of the pieces
that looks awesome.
That they had in there.
Psycho,
right?
Yes. Psycho.
Psycho, thank you. Oh,
Max saved us again. That looks so good.
Freaking Psycho Warhol. Which was awesome. So yeah, there's a bunch of prints like that. That was
that's legit.
And the mask. It came with a mask, which was great.
Of course, why not?
Yeah, I know, right? That was our day 1.
That's a busy full day.
Yeah.
For day 1.
I think the longest line we waited in that day was 30 minutes.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. It was crazy.
That's still less than Disneyland. That's good.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That's all that matters.
Man, it was unbelievable. Unbelievable first day.
Day 2.
Day two was our Nintendo day. So I managed to get a couple warp passes to try out Pokemon and Luigi. Luigi's Mansion 3. So I gave John the Warp Pass for Pokemon, so he can play Pokemon, and then I played Luigi's Mansion. The crazy thing about day one is the Gamers Pass could go in at 12 that day. So we lined up early. We were towards the front of the line, and we're just like, okay, we got to beeline it. We got to try to play Ultimate Alliance 3. And the day one, we had a little bit of time towards the end of the day, so we tried to get in line, but it was capped when we got there. So we're like, okay, we got to get there early. 12 o'clock rolled in. I mean, we weren't moving too fast, John, right? I mean, it was, we were trying, we just normal speed, trying to get through crowds and stuff. There was no line to get into that area.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And we just got in. Yeah. So Ultimate Alliance 3 was the first game we played on day 2.
And?
Oh, must buy.
Oh, must buy. I did not want to hear those words.
No, you got to. You have to.
Oh.
If you enjoy the first two,
I love the first two.
I love the first two. I love the series. It just adds to that. There's a whole huge roster of characters. We had an option of, I want to say, 10 to 12 characters we could choose from.
That's not bad.
Yeah, we had a ton that we can choose from. I mean, we had our favorites that we had to keep, so we didn't have time to switch to a ton of characters, but we did good. Black Panther, we had Miles Morales, we had to add in there.
Of course.
Into our team.
That's all. Miles is on there? That's legit. I love Miles.
Wolverine, obviously Wolverine's in there. Captain Marvel, Groot and Rocket are in there as well.
Yeah, characters, so they just kind of work together, which is kind of cool.
Oh, that's slick.
Yeah, it's awesome. So it just played super well. All those nostalgic feels came back of like, oh, it just reminds me of the good days with friends playing this game, and it played really well. All the actions of the characters are phenomenal. You can do team ups between characters, so you can do like 2-player, 3-player, 4-player just moves to beat down an opponent.
Marvel vs. Capcom like hyper moves, like when you're doing that, because you see like the little silhouette of their face and ching 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 ching.
Oh, that's
it is. Oh man!
And that's Switch only.
Yeah.
Switch only.
And is it online multiplayer?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I may have to buy that one then, because I can actually play it with someone. Because otherwise,
play it with us, man. We are buying it day one.
And that's out this year, into this year.
Yeah.
July 19th.
Oh, middle of this year.
Like a month. In a
Hot
month,
dog.
it comes out. Yeah, dude.
Okay.
So we got a sweet keychain that I'm holding on to forever.
Yes.
The demo was way too short. I just wanted to stay there and play the entire game, like hours upon end. I was just like, just pull up a chair. They're like, dude, help us out, please. Let us play.
Dang it.
Yeah.
It was so good, so good. One of our favorites, one of our top games.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah, that was bizarre. Like no line, so we got that done real quick. And our John's Pokemon appointment was at 1 o'clock. So we're like, okay, we got like 45 minutes left. What should we do? So we tried Blades on the Switch. It wasn't bad. It came, as you guys know, it came out earlier on mobile. But Bo, our buddy Bo, who writes for GameOctane,
absolutely hates it. I just put the Discord link in the chat.
He has a lot of feels about Blades. And to his credit, they only showed probably the best part of it is just the combat. The combat felt great on the Switch. But it didn't show any of the world building. It didn't show any of like the stuff about unlocking rewards and building up your town, which have been annoying people. So it was fine. I'm not gonna. It's free to play if you want to try it on the Switch. It comes out later this year, I think. Right, John? Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was okay. It was like a you got to collect wood and save a couple people. That was the mission. So yeah,
it's
it was
just
simple.
a normal day, right? That sounds all right.
Just a normal day. Ain't no thing. So again, that was like 10-15 minutes of like, okay, we got time for one more.
Now what?
And we chose poorly.
We made a mistake.
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made. So I am a big Wolfenstein fan. I'm excited for Wolfenstein Youngblood. John, enlighten our audience about how that game ran and how it looked on on the Switch. A game that comes out also like in a couple months, by the way. So,
like, I'm all for showing the Switch some love, but when I'm trying to run up and like shoot somebody and like I phase through them and I fake back out and they kill me, that's not good. And like it's very choppy. Like I think it was a bad choice to put that on Switch. I mean, maybe it'll get better. I don't know.
Because when is it out? They got time to kind of clean
I
it
thought
up.
it was
or
August.
No? Oh, they don't
It was
have
either
much time.
end of July. Yeah, it was like end of July or August. Frame rate is horrible. Graphics are just the Switch can't handle a graphically intense game, and that's just the way it is. So you'd hope that at least the frame rate will be fine, and it's so slow and it's sluggish and lots of delays, and when you're shooting and trying to hit
hopefully they clean it
people
up.
and yeah, it was you're honestly the game I'm sure is going to be great. Just play it on PC or on, you know, PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. Like those are the three the ways to play it. Yeah, I'm all for putting a bunch of games on the Switch. That's fine, but that one did not run well at all. So the story was interesting though. You know,
Had a good story. Like the character design and everything was great. It was just very buggy and it made me want to break the controller.
Yeah. John had his first experience of like when someone asks, "Oh, are you loving the game?" and we're like, "Yeah, so good." Like, "Oh, I got an appointment. I gotta go."
Oh, look at the time.
Oh man. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna put this down. Yeah, that was bless their hearts. You know, they try so hard to hype up the game as they, you know, that's what they do. But it did not play well. So save it for PC, save it for the high-end consoles, basically. So,
Love it.
yeah. So after that, John went to his appointment at Pokemon. I went to play the Sega Mini. So, John, do you want to talk about Pokemon first, and then I'll jump in with Sega Mini stuff?
So that was cool. Like they had their little, basically kind of built it to be like the Aqua Gym. It's like one of the.
Oh, that's slick.
So they had people dressed up as trainers. They're like, you know, obviously, I don't want to say booth babes, but like girls in like the trainer outfits. Hey, come over here, follow me. So you go over there and it's cool. Like, you know, they put the headphones on and they're like, okay, I can give you some pointers on how to fight the gym, or you can just kind of go on your own. And I was like, I got this. I played Pokemon before. What's up?
Yeah. I've been playing Pokemon before you were born, woman.
Yeah, no big deal, man.
So you go through like your normal gym, like you have to go and you fight all these random scrubs until you get to the gym leader, but you have your puzzles that you get through, and like the game played beautifully. And the cool thing that I liked about it is like what they kind of showed in the trailer is like the giant Pokemon battle. So like you get to a point and I can't remember what it's called, but like your Pokemon just is like massive, and like their damage is like intensified. I kind of got distracted because I looked out the corner of my eye and I saw favorite YouTubers, Andre from Black Nerd, and I was kind of like, I can't say hi to you because you're over there and I'm playing the demo, but I love you. Yeah.
Oh no, don't go.
Don't go.
Wait, I just want to say hey, and you're my hero. But it was great. Like I'm excited for the game, like the different Pokemon, like seeing new types and things like that. Like I've been playing Pokemon since back in the day, so this is just I won't quit.
I won't quit. Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. Did you get to do that, like the ability where the Pokemon are bigger, and did that like?
I just said that I did that.
Did you? I didn't hear you, man.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, my internet is cutting out, buddy. Bye.
Bye. Don't me and John will finish it.
Sorry, you were cutting out. I'll watch the video later then. Jeez.
Okay, I got it covered.
Watch the VOD. Get us a view.
Seriously. Sorry, my internet's poopy.
Oh, step up your game, son.
I wish I could.
All right, what's next?
I wish I could. So while John was doing that, I played the Sega Mini, and
oh yes, how was that?
It was great. So they had like it was in the Sega booth, and they just a little mini section. They made it look like almost like you're in your basement from the 80s. So it was like wood paneling. Their monitors were covered by a sticker that made it look like your old school tube TVs. you're sitting in these beanbag chairs. Anyway, it was phenomenal. So I played Streets of Rage, and it was great. It had the great, graphics that we know and love. The controller worked great. The only thing I did wish was that they had a oversized console or controller that you could play the games on.
Yeah.
So like just think of a massive like Sega controller but enlarged like 10 times, and so like two people could play like on the D-pad and the others could hit the buttons and play the games.
That's sick.
It was sick. It was very cool. So yeah, and it's just there's a ton of games that are available. So I do think it's probably going to do better than the PlayStation Classic.
I hope so. It's like $30 now. It's like
Yeah.
stupid cheap, but it's just like not the resolution, but like refresh rate, the frames per second was really low. I wanted to get it, and I was like, I'm holding off.
Watch, it's gonna be like if you buy a PlayStation 5, you'll get this for free.
Sold. I'm already buying a
I know,
PlayStation 5. It
done.
don't matter.
Right? Like done. So
Please
it was
tell me more.
awesome. We got a great T-shirt for playing it. It just showed all the Sega consoles from back in the day. It was cool. It was a good swag item. So yeah, I think I'm interested in picking it up. So it sold me just on the amount of games. Your Earthworm Jim is in there, baby.
Oh
so,
God! Hail to the king, baby.
Yes. So you'll be very happy.
You can't see it. There we go. Look at that majestic bastard back there. Yes.
Jim, we love you. So the after I played the Sega Mini, I went into Luigi's Mansion 3.
Oh, tell me more.
Okay, let me paint the picture for just a second. Keeping the line in check and inviting you into the booth where some lads dressed as bellhops. Okay. Just awesome, bright paint,
Digging it.
bellhop. The guy who helped me had an accent. Right this way, sir. I'm like, yes, get in character, baby. That gets me pumped up. When you walk in, they had about 3 or 4, actually about 4 rows of monitors and switches playing the demo.
Okay.
They on the inside, it looks like just an old lobby of a hotel. They have projections of ghosts that come sporadically just around. It's all have just like spooky music and things like that. Just my favorite. Such a good booth. And it was awesome. So the game itself, and I've never played the other two for Luigi's Mansion. So this was like my first time playing the game. It was great. There's a lot of controls to kind of get used to, especially since they added a couple things in terms of how to get rid of the ghosts, slamming them to the ground, hitting certain buttons so you can do like a little jump that blasts ghosts out of the way if you're getting surrounded. Luigi is back, and so you can control Luigi. Luigi. So that was he can walk through like spike tracks and things that Luigi can't. And he can actually help you. So there's co-op in Luigi's Mansion 3. So one can control Luigi, someone can control Gooigi. It's awesome, so awesome.
Hitting all those check marks.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And just the art style's great. Luigi is obviously the best Mario brother. I think we can all agree on that one. So, it's just good having a game with him in there. The demo itself played pretty straightforward. I was on like a floor of the hotel that was almost like a medieval times. So I started off on this balcony, and down below was almost like an arena, like a jousting arena. So I had to, through various puzzles, I had to work my way downstairs in order to get to the arena where there was this king ghost who had a bunch of armor and like a wooden horse that he was circling around trying to get me. So I had to use this suction cup ability. Well, first I had to flash him at a specific point when he was charging me. And then, yes. Except down below. So it was a little, it was weird.
It was a little awkward. But the ghost was used to it, so it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, I dug it. I mean, the ghost was really used to it, so I was kind of concerned. So you flash the ghost, and then you use the suction cup to pull the ghost like off the horse, and you can slam them, and that's kind of how the boss battle goes. And just he gets a little faster, and you have to hit him like 3 or 4 times, and then he's down for the count. It was such a great looking game, and it played so well. It's going to be another just massive hit for the Switch. Like they need any more, you know. It's going to sell like hotcakes. It's going to be amazing. So, hotcakes.
Oh, I can't wait!
Yeah.
I can't
So
wait!
it was phenomenal. It's going to be another must buy for the Switch. Like, you got to do it.
This is the most I'm probably gonna buy for the Switch since it came out.
Yeah,
it is going to be. Yeah,
Ultimate Alliance,
UA3, Link's Awakening, Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you're good. You'll be good then.
I'll be set until 2020 until they screw up Breath of the Wild, and we'll get the next one.
Yeah, and then Metroid when Metroid comes out, and then you'll be hooked in there. So that was our time at the Nintendo booth. It went way better than expected. So we actually had more time. We walked around and we realized there wasn't like a whole lot of other stuff to look at that we wanted to. There were some lines for like the Oculus, and we just didn't want to wait in that line. So we went to the other hall, and got to look at what the Final Fantasy line and booth looked like, what Borderlands looked like. Fortnite booth was over there and things like that.
Fortnite was ridiculous.
Fortnite was ridiculous. I couldn't imagine. Before we move on, Jay Machine popped in and said he wanted to say that Final Fantasy VIII Remastered stole the show for me. I screamed and woke up the neighbors.
Yeah. We're gonna get to the demo here in just a little bit, but oh man, it's spoiler alert, it's my game of the show. It was phenomenal, and it's gonna do so well. It's gonna be amazing. So for the rest of day 2, we went and saw a theater presentation for the Skywalker Saga for the new Lego game. And I will say new because they basically are redoing all the episodes. So it's not like a remaster. It's not a reimagining. They are it's almost like they're making the Star Wars game from the ground up. It looks phenomenal. There's a bit of like open world aspects to it where you click the episode you want to play. You can choose which episode to go or which planet you want to go to. Mm-hmm. There are encounters as you are flying in space where all of a sudden a Star Destroyer will just pop up, and you'll take on TIE fighters as you're trying to get to Tatooine or whatever planet you're going to go to. Just super cool. Your basic Lego stuff is still there. There's still puzzles and bricks to do, bricks to find, things like that. There could be a million characters you could play as. It looked phenomenal.
We're looking at like 60 hours of 100% completion, probably.
Pretty much. In some interviews, they said that they are right now working on. They're working on just episodes 1 through 8 right now, and I think as soon as they're done with that, then LucasArts, so Disney basically is going to give them, all the things they need for episode 9. But right now, they're not even working on episode 9. They're waiting. And
I'm sure there's a huge NDA. They're not talking about episode 9 to those guys at all.
No, they're not going to do that at all. They know better.
That's December. Isn't it Christmas this year, or almost Christmas? The new movie comes out.
Yes.
So this is going to come out probably 2020 then.
I want to say because I didn't see a.
I mean, they're not going to release it before the movie, so I'm assuming it's.
That'd be spoilers.
Right. Yeah, I think 2020 is when it comes out. So it's gonna be awesome. It's like a Lego game on steroids, especially with kind of like that open world aspect in a way of flying through space to different planets and having these encounters come on. Like, it's cool. And we got a little Lego Finn, so that was awesome.
Yes.
That's all right. And then after that, we waited. Actually, funny enough, it was the longest line of our time at E3, and we saw the new Dragon Ball Z game.
The longest line was Dragon Ball Kakarot.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Even when we got our tickets for Final Fantasy and we waited in that Final Fantasy line, maybe 30 minutes. Like, yeah, Dragon Ball Z was the longest line. It was really funny.
What?
Hour and a half, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So John. John's a big Dragon Ball Z fan, so I should probably let him talk about this. um, I guess my only note is the demo was fine. I'm curious about their version of an open world, because they said in a video before we played the demo that it's not true open world, but you can go explore and find different characters and do these different instances and things like that. So that part I'm curious about, but I mean the combat was, I think, what we've played before in different Dragon Ball games. But anyway, John, you tell me your
Take
thoughts.
it away.
Okay. Well, part of the problem what took so long is because they did like a 10-minute video just kind of telling you what to expect in the demo, their world, their take on their new experience with Dragon Ball. And I mean, it's cool. Like, you get to go through, anybody that watches Dragon Ball, you're going through like a capsule corporation, like spaceship, and that's where you're watching it. So you go through that, and then you play the game, and it, like, kind of what Ryan was saying, there's like a little exploration aspect of it where you can go and see like side characters, people from like the original Dragon Ball that Goku hasn't seen in a long time. You kind of do missions with them. You fight random bosses. There's kind of an RPG element to it where, like, you know, Goku levels up and things like that. But I want to say for this, the thing that I kind of like is they increase the difficulty, because most of the time, you know, in a Dragon Ball game, it's power up, do your special move, and boom, you win. Whereas this one, it's kind of more like how Goku did. How he started, where he was weak and he had to actually fight enemies that were stronger than him, and you kind of had to just adapt from that. But you get help from like other characters like Piccolo, and so I had fun. My only issue with the demo was the camera angle. Again, that's an issue. So like we would fight and we'd be like, say this is you and this is the other character. Like all you can see is the other character, and maybe your foot is kind of phasing up on the camera angle.
That's
so you're
right.
like, I don't know what I'm doing right now. Okay. Oh wait,
Yeah.
I beat the guy. Sweet. And that was it.
Yep, it happened a lot for me. It happened like 3 or 4 times.
And
I
that
got
was
stuck in that weird camera angle. Yeah.
Camera angles
Well,
are
it
so
was-
key. I don't understand why they don't pay more attention to it for some reason.
I don't know. And it was like we were like the last group, and there was still like a couple people waiting to play, and so we didn't explore. Like the demo was like 20 minutes, and you have 20 minutes to do whatever you're gonna do. You can fight the big boss, you can go explore, do both, whatever. So we just ran straight to the big boss because we wanted to make sure that others had a chance to play. We were trying to. It didn't work out. I gave him the finger as I was walking by.
Yeah, I would crop dusted him and give him the finger and kept going.
Like, have fun with that fart swag. Yeah.
Bask in it.
Bask in it. So that was our day 2.
Day
And
2.
I don't know if you, and I
That's
don't know
so
if you,
good.
any of you, I know, right? It's just, what an insane couple days. It's been nuts. Also on top of that, one of John's top 3 moments of meeting Kofi Kingston and Big E from New Day. We saw them, and he got a picture with those two. The other one, Xavier Woods, who has the Up Down Down channel.
Yeah.
He was, I think, trying to hurry them up because they had stuff they had to do. But they were super.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, they were super awesome.
Ugh.
So, yeah, man. Day 2, and then day 3 was kind of a shorter day for us. I think because we had seen so much of what we wanted to see the first 2 days, like we just needed to do 2 things: Final Fantasy VII Remake and Avengers. So that was those were our priorities. So
Obviously.
we didn't sleep at all. We were up at like 5 in the morning. It's like,
Oof.
well, time to get up.
Rise and grind, motherfucker.
Like I my alarm was set for like an hour later. I'm like, oh, we'll be fine. And then nope. Body's like, time to go. So we get there super early. I'm not sure if we needed to, because again, the lines were not too bad to get in there on Thursday. So we I did my version of running, aka I just used my long legs to make up distance. Got in line, got my Final Fantasy VII Remake ticket to get in. It was insane. It was a massive run to get in line to get these tickets. So basically it was first come, first serve. You have to have a ticket to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And that was it. So there's no walk-ups, there's no standby lines. You get a ticket. If you get one, great. If you don't, tough beans. So and we got one. The show floor opened at 9, and so we got one for between 10 and 11. So we were like, okay, we got an hour. Let's see what the line is for Avengers, and we freaking walked in to Avengers like right away.
No line, just easy on it.
Yeah. And it was funny because we were at a point in the line where it's like, oh, usually it's about an hour wait. And we're like, oh, okay, that's going to be perfect before we hit our time.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Then the line went in like a second after the staff member said that. And we got in. So,
Okay.
Well, yeah, right? It's like, oh, it's about an hour from here. Great. Oh, nope, we're getting in there. Sweet. Sound good. I think, just as a side note, the Avenger Swag might be one of my favorites. So there's a really cool lanyard just with all the 5 characters, kind of, but like old school, like back in the day, like Kirby drawings, like that kind of
okay,
old
that's
design.
Yeah.
Is legit. It's cool. And then we got this folder, a shield folder with a dossier with all the information about the Avengers, like birth dates, powers, classified information, and it's stamped like classified shield. So that was cool.
That's
pretty legit.
That
was pretty legit. So, the bag? Oh, the bag is in my nightstand, just under the door. Sorry, my wife's yelling at me. Anyway, so
what else is new?
So, yeah, I know.
What's
right?
in the bag?
What's in the bag? So basically, behind this closed doors footage, we saw what we should have seen during Square-Enix's conference. We should have seen they showed gameplay of what's coming out, which was like they should have sold it, or they should have showed that, right? So anyway, real quick, there's that.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
And then you get obviously
your shield badge.
We're VIP. Thank you.
8-age briefing begins at blank. West Coast celebration.
Yeah. Part of the story is they're on the West Coast. I think opening up a new
San Francisco, wasn't it? Opening something in San Francisco.
Yep, San Francisco. Exactly right.
And they decided to take the bridge down. I saw that. That was a fun trailer.
The bad guys did it. So the footage showed all 5 of the Avengers in action. Each of the Avengers has specific move sets that are obviously match their characters. Thor just beats the living crap out of people with Mjolnir. It looks phenomenal. Yeah, it's in a way, it has like a God of War type of gameplay where he could throw Mjolnir and pin someone against a wall, and then he could just beat people down with his fists, and then call it back if he needs to. So he's got power, he's got range, he's got lightning. I mean, Thor and probably Hulk had the best showing, just because they're so awesome. The gameplay is, again, it's alpha, so it wasn't perfect. The character models and environments needed some work, but it's just it really is a comic book come to life, and that's really all you can ask for in an Avengers game, right? The interesting thing about it is they keep talking about multiplayer, right? Turns out the story mode is going to be single player, and the multiplayer part is going to be like side missions that you can do with your friends. So you can each pick an Avenger, and you go, and I'm assuming there's some B-list bad guy you have to fight, and you go and do that.
Okay.
So it's a little, again, they weren't clear with that, which was their mistake. But they should have been clear. And it makes sense because when you're looking at the story, it moves like what you would see in Tomb Raider, which makes sense. That same development company that's developing Avengers made Tomb Raider. So there's gameplay that you control, and then it eases it into cinematics where you're moving from one section to the other, and then you're back to gameplay again.
It's not turn-based, right?
No.
It's like Diablo, kind of. You're just running through, mowing through things. No,
not like Diablo. It's more I mean, honestly, it kind of does look like a third-person action game like you'd see with Uncharted, with Tomb Raider, again, that type of thing. So it moved at a very linear pace. You start with Thor clearing out like the beginning of the Golden Gate Bridge. You move to Iron Man, who's shooting down guys from the sky. Straight down to Hulk, who's mashing up tanks and things like that. You shift to Captain America, who is on a helicarrier and is being invaded, so you're using your shield and just kicking all kinds of butt. And then Black Widow finished it off by fighting Taskmaster, who was in there. It was funny. There was an article I saw where it's like, "Oh, he's the main bad guy." Like, no. I seriously doubt he's the main bad guy. He's a bad guy that's in there. But
that'd be a stretch. That'd be a pretty good stretch.
Right? It's like, ooh, that's gonna sell some games. Yeah. What, Taskmaster? Yes.
Yes, all of it. I'll take two.
Awesome. So yes, I was very impressed with the with the story so far. I think it's gonna be interesting. Obviously the events that they showed off in the demo, something bad happens, which you kind of see in the trailer, and the game is going to be taking place, I think it's like 5 years later, where things are going down and the Avengers have to get back together to stop the bad guys, basically. So very comic booky, but in a very good way. I mean that as a compliment.
Yeah.
So yes, I wish, I do hope they show the gameplay at some point to everyone, because they should have done that from the beginning. The trailer is not great. It does not do a good job at all of selling what the game is about. So I'm really hopeful that they release the footage. I don't know, John, anything I missed?
No, you got it.
Yeah. Okay. I think some scumbag did record one of the sessions. It's probably on YouTube somewhere, that if you want to.
Dirty scumbag.
Yeah, man. Telling you, man, those streamers, they do whatever it takes to get their views.
Get them biddies. Do whatever you need.
They break the rules all the time.
Like recording in bathrooms.
Yeah. Whoops. And there was I'm pretty sure there was some underage kid in there. That was stupid. So stupid.
I didn't even think of that. Oh god.
Yeah. It's supposed to be you have to be 17 or older to be able to go to E3. So I mean, there's minors around, if you're 17. So,
God bless him.
I haven't even checked if his ban was lifted, but that was.
It's not worth it. Don't give him the view.
Oh, Dr. Disrespect. Anyway, so yes, I came away. Honestly, I might be one of the few. I came away impressed, disappointed with some aspects, especially with the fact that they're saying it's multiplayer, but it's kind of not multiplayer. It's more like side missions with your bros. So. Hopefully they will be good lengthy side missions and not we're gonna throw almost like a horde mode or something with a boss at the end.
Yeah, what would be the pool to even do the side missions? If you're done with the story, what's the point? You're just gonna keep leveling your character up for raids eventually and stuff like that. That's not where's the point you get to?
That's the rumor I've heard. Is as you do these side missions to level up your characters. There are going to be other Avengers in the game itself. They did show footage of Hank Pym, for example, being in there. So there's going to be some other Avengers. So that also might be a pull for doing the side missions to play as other guys. But in context of what it's going to look like in the story missions, the main story. No clue yet. We'll hopefully find out soon, because it comes out in May of next year. So
a long time to
fix
some
awesome.
Stuff.
Right.
Yes, exactly. Okay, John, this is your baby.
Your time to shine, my friend.
This is your time. I will hold my thoughts until you talk. Just for the record, for anyone in chat, I've never played a Final Fantasy before. And I know.
Good Lord. Oh, Lordy Lord.
I'm scum of the earth. I'm gonna actually probably suffocate myself in this overly large Final Fantasy bag that they were handing out. That
you don't let J Machine hear or see that. He's in the chat right now.
Ready for this? I don't think I can show off how massive this bag is.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I can fit my 2-year-old in there.
I think how many kids can you fit in that thing?
Yeah, a lot.
A lot.
Yeah. Anyway, so John, take it away, because I like hearing John's thoughts about this, because he's a huge fan of Final Fantasy. So.
So yeah, like I've loved the original. You know, I've bought every re-release, remaster, whatever for every console. I probably shouldn't, because
Sucker.
Yeah, man, I like a good game. So I mean, the new one is a remake. The demo we got to play. They did change the combat, so instead of it being like your traditional turn-based, like you attack, I attack, it's more kind of real-time, think on your feet, be strategic, use your character's abilities in the right way. Like, I wasn't at any point where I was like, oh, this sucks. Like, they ruined this game. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. Like, everything looks beautiful. Like, anybody that's a Final Fantasy VII fan, if you've seen Advent Children, it looks like you're kind of playing in that art style.
Oh, that's sick.
That detail, like that quality. It's voice acting, which is nice, because original Final Fantasy VII, there's no voice acting. It's all reading the subtitles.
Yep.
And it's nice to have that break, although they always make Barrett sound like Mr. T. He's like, you? Huh? Okay, let's go. I'm gonna bust the cap. And I'm like, Cloud's all like, yeah, let's go. So I'm excited to see where it goes, especially with, you know, it was supposed to be episodic, and then they're talking about it's going to be 2 discs. So, I mean, that's still an improvement, because the original game was like, what, 3-4 discs on PlayStation 1? So
3.
You still save it on 3, yeah.
I have it up there. I'm not gonna look though.
So like, I was excited. Like I was like, I really wanted to pull like my camera phone out and just be like taking pictures, but they're like, no pictures, no photography. Well, you can take a picture of.
Did you just quote Barrett again? Was that the Barrett voice?
It just came out.
He's got the chain gun on his hand. And,
yeah, like it was cool though. Like basically you do the first part of the game where you fight that robot when you're trying to plant the bomb.
Yeah.
In the beginning, get off the train. So you do that. It's kind of like you do 3 rounds with it. You wearing it down of its different parts, kind of like traditional RPGs where it's like you wear down the leg and the arm and then the main body. And so I beat my demo and I was like, oh yeah, sweet, I'm accomplished. Everybody survived. I didn't use a Phoenix down or anything. And then I look over and poor Ryan is like, and I was like, hey, do this. He's like, I know. These things. I'm trying. He's like, I got this. I was like, hey, heal your partner. He's like, shut up.
I was a little stressed.
It's the last at E3, Ryan is assholes puckering.
I was very stressed. Admittedly, that was a very intense demo. And it took me the entire time to kind of, I don't even think I'm still used to the controls. So it's just, but it's interesting. I mean, you basically hack and slash to fill up that meter, and then you slow down time, and you can choose to use an item, you can choose to use an attack, you can choose to use a spell, and then you use the D-pad to switch between Cloud and Barrett. So, you know, you got that mix of up close and personal with Cloud, you got the range with Barrett. So yeah, that was, putting it all together was very challenging for me, obviously. I'm glad I beat the demo, because it wasn't looking pretty for a while. I had to use a Phoenix, whatever.
Down.
Phoenix down.
Come on. You can say it.
Phoenix rise up. Phoenix down. Okay, Phoenix down. So I had to use one. Barrett let poor Cloud bite the dust, so I had to use a Phoenix.
He deserved it once in a while.
Yeah, I can see that. No, I just from an outsider looking in, that was cool. Just everything about it was cool, and man, my heart was pumping. It just trying to fight this thing and take it down. I'm like, holy crap!
I want to see the Knights of the Round, like,
right?
I want to see them summons in there. That'd be amazing.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
Oh. No, you have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
I want to ride them chocobos. Give me that gold salsa.
I should like excuse myself from this.
You should.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna buy it. Like, that's how blown away that demo was for me. It was that fun. So, you know, playing through an entire game of that would probably be really intense. Yeah, I'm assuming those bosses are going to get a lot harder as the game goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair to say. So that's going to be really, really tough. But yeah, it was so much fun. The booth was really well set up. John, help me out. The people in the agents that were in the suits.
They were the Turks.
The Turks, yes.
Oh,
so,
okay.
they were in character. They were super intense.
Oh.
They're like ticket, and they like snatch it from our hands. I'm like, oh.
Oh lordy, Lord.
Oh lordy, sorry. And they're just like interrogating people in line and about their allegiances and things like that. There was a Cloud cosplayer in line. Yeah. And I swear there were two Turks in the like dealing with the crowds. I thought they were gonna jump them. Like that's how like intense
that's so
they
sick.
were. Yeah, it was super funny. And then one of the voice actresses from the remake was in the audience with us and in line to play the demo.
Voice actress for Jessie.
Wow, really?
Yeah. It was cool. Like
she should have got like a free pass in. She had to wait with you guys.
Oh no!
Oh.
She got the free pass in. Yeah. She was not.
She was kind of hiding in the crowd with us.
Okay. I was like, you're
They
gonna get in
pointed
line.
her out and had her stand up. No, she was not. With
You're a minor character. Get to the back of the line. You're not Barrett. Get out of here.
Get out of here. That was cool. We missed out on the exclusive T-shirts because they only gave it out to 2 groups. Blue Nile got one though.
I saw that. Oh, it looks so good too.
Lucky. It had Sephiroth. Did I say his name right? I'm sorry. I was I close enough? Anyway,
we know what you're talking about.
Thank you. I sound clueless with this game. So like an exclusive design of him and from the like game art and stuff like that. So selling on eBay for $200 for all those.
Oh, that's it.
For 3.
Oh, was it 3?
Yeah.
For a large, probably that you couldn't even wear.
Yeah, I'll fit around my leg. No, it's okay. I'll get one of the Cyberpunk jackets for $450 because that's those jerks. CD Projekt Red said, "Don't buy that crap. We're gonna sell one in our store for a lot cheaper." So that's
good for them. Good for them. Good for
exactly them. Right. So that's what we did. Our third day, we stopped by the Mixer Dome, which was super annoying. I'm sorry. I like Mixer for a lot of things, but they had this hype zone going for Apex Legends, and the announcer was kind of annoying, and they had a DJ going like the horns. I'm like, I gotta get out of here. I was
because that was popular when Mixer was first thought of back when it was Beam.
Yeah,
the horns were big. Yeah,
oh my gosh, it was so bad in that tiny little Mixer Dome. Anyway. So yeah, we went back and we started writing up some articles because we like saw everything we wanted to see. Just a great show. We saw so many wonderful things, and it just felt weird, but it was phenomenal. I couldn't have. I know I sound like I'm complaining that there's no 5-hour lines, but it was just it threw me off so badly. Of like, where is everybody? What is happening?
Because this is your third straight or fourth.
This was my third time being at the actual show, fourth time being down there. Because one year I just was able to go.
Went to the show.
Yeah, just to the keynotes in the beginning. So yeah, it just was so weird being there with that. I mean, again, there were lines that were busy, of course, but overall manageable. 30-minute lines? Are you kidding me? That's nothing.
Yeah.
Wow. And some games like Ultimate Alliance, no line. There was nothing. So, anyway, great. It was just overall a great show, and just a weird feeling. We missed PlayStation, but anyway, it was awesome. And John, any before we kind of go over our awards, any last thoughts that you had about the show?
I'm ready to go to the next one.
Yes.
I mean, here's hoping that Sony will come back, but if they don't, maybe they'll do their own show, and I can go to that.
Yeah.
They have their own show. Well, I don't know if they're still doing it. The PlayStation
Yeah.
Experience, that's in Anaheim.
Well, that was the rumor I was hearing was they were gonna do another PlayStation experience, for the fans.
I loved it when I went. When Nolan and I went,
Mm-hmm.
I interviewed so many people. There was no lines for nothing. I was able to walk right.
Yeah.
I think, what was the popular one they were doing? Horizon Zero Dawn had a little bit of a wait.
Yeah.
The shooter, the gun that the PSVR one that came with the gun. I forgot which one it was. That had a little bit of a line.
Was it Waypoint?
Farpoint?
Or Point?
Something point. Sure.
Something Point.
Yeah. Point.
Yep.
Yeah, that was cool. But yeah, we got a lot of work done because they were just no lines. I was able to talk to everyone and anything, so it was cool. I had a good time. So yeah, that'd be cool to go to if they have that.
That's right. Did chat have any questions about anything we saw? I know.
I know.
talked
J
about-
Machine mentioned it's also Final Fantasy VII is going to be a segmented world exploring thing. But if you kind of said it was going to be 2 discs, that means it's probably not going to be segmented as much as we thought, like by episode wise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they said that they're coming out 2 Blu-ray discs to fit everything on there.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's a lot.
Can you imagine if people buy that digitally? You know how much crap you're going to have to download? Each Blu-ray disc can hold up to 80 gigs, so it's like 100. It's like you're done.
Can you imagine how long it's going to take to download it?
On your internet? Yeah.
Well, my internet will be like a month. But like, with PlayStation
preload
Network,
it now.
like, are you kidding me? I know, right?
Yeah, Final
Just
Fantasy
carry
VII to
your
ruin
pigeon.
your data cap. Yeah, you're done.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, just send me the bill for the overage fees. It's fine. Just let me pay it off automatically for March. Just get it out of the way.
Just make it happen.
So yeah.
Oh man, I can't imagine digital. Jesus Christ! Unless they let you buy like 2. Well, either way, it's gonna suck.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you go back, do you have to put the other disc back in?
Ooh.
Oh.
Unless the discs are just story based, I don't know.
Ooh, I don't like that.
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't remember the original game. I don't remember when we had to put the discs in. I don't remember if we went back, if you had to put it back in, because I know the world kind of changes a little bit.
I think you had to go back on the other disc. It's been so long.
I don't remember.
Well, we'll ask our buddies at Square-Enix. They'll tell us.
I got some contacts.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yes, buddy. Oh, that's
Moving on.
awesome.
We're just under the 2-hour mark.
Oh,
Of
jeez.
streaming.
Every
year.
freaking year. There's so much to talk about. Again, I was expecting us to cover like 5 games because we wouldn't see anything, but we saw a ton. We saw a ton of stuff.
Real quick, J Machine says the original had the world map on all discs in all dungeons. The discs were more for story and cutscenes.
No. Okay.
So
Oh,
didn't really have to swap back. You're still moving forward, I guess.
okay. Well, yeah, that's gonna be interesting. More clarification, at least, with what's gonna be on the discs.
I'm sure there's going to
And-
be so much news coming out in the next couple months. We're going to learn everything.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Right. Bring it on.
Yep.
I hope the demo
One
comes
disc-
live.
One disc for the game, the other for the credits of all the people who've been working on it for like the past 10 years. Yeah, no, actually, Jason, with you saying that, I do hope so as well. I think there's some people that still might be on the fence about the combat, so I think it would be so smart of them at some point to release the demo
Yes.
and let people download and play it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's short. It was, what, 15, 20 minutes?
If that. Yeah.
I mean,
Unless you're
it's
Ryan,
just-
but I mean, maybe.
Ryan was like an hour.
Guys.
it would have been... God, sir, you're not even to the boss yet. But I'm almost there.
They give you the cheat code for infinite Phoenix Downs because you just keep dropping.
Pretty much. The developer is like, let me show you how it's done.
Just let me show you how it's finished this up.
Give it. Well, we have our own personal awards that we want to give out for everything we've seen on the show.
Yes, mine made me nothing because I didn't get to touch any of them, but this is from the
That's
outside.
okay.
It's from the outside looking in, so that's
Yes,
where I'm
yes.
at.
But even from the outside looking in, Jason, you named some great ones. So
Of course I did. Fuck, I'm Jason.
Oh,
Notice Breath of the Wild is not on here. I just want to point that out now.
Oh my gosh. Hey, it's not on there for us either. We did.
That's what I'm saying. That's
right. Well, to start things off, we I want to start with the best of show. For me, again, I mentioned it already, but Final Fantasy. I think hands down, the overall presentation, the way the demo that they chose. I mean, they could have chose anything from the game, and that they had a boss fight from towards the beginning of the game to get you kind of used to the combat and how it works in this remake. I think it was very well handled, and that was one of the toughest things I've ever had to play ever, and super stressful. But man, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, oh, that was awesome. I'm pumped to play that some more. So that was for me the best of show. John, what about you? What was your best of a show?
You really had to ask me that? You don't know?
Oh, I know.
You weren't listening the last 2 hours?
Our audience doesn't know, Jonathan. All right, come on.
Fantasy 7. That's all I got to say, because it's going to be amazing.
Final Fantasy will look so amazing, but because I didn't get to play it, I think kind of kicked me back a little bit. But learning more about the story and then seeing Keanu Reeves, Cyberpunk 2077, it just made me so hyped for it. Like the way the story starts, like you're kind of like I don't know, like a crook, like a common crook stealing shit, and then your homie dies, and then now you're getting thrown into something else, and you're supposedly dead, and then Keanu Reeves picks you up. I'm sold. This ain't better than Fallout New Vegas when Matthew Perry decides to cap you in your ass. I'm stoked.
With Cyberpunk, the stories that came out from the media presentations with the customization you can do, your backstory that you choose actually playing a key role in how the game plays out.
Yeah, looks sick.
You can run and gun, you can do stealth. I mean, there are a variety of ways you can play the game. It's going to be insanity.
I can't wait. I'm hoping I can maybe get the packs. We'll see. I want to be able to touch it. That's all I want to do.
You just want to reach out.
I just want to reach out and touch it.
Just touch it. Just touch.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we can, in a way, it's like we can almost have best of shows. I mean, I guess.
No, Final Fantasy was amazing, but like I said, I didn't get to touch it. But from what I can read, they're the two was good.
I guess the best of show of things we can touch was Final Fantasy.
The touch of show. That's what we're going to.
The touch of
the bad touch of show.
And then the side of show would be Cyberpunk.
Yes.
Yeah, those ones, they're awesome. I have for the second award for best shooter, Doom Eternal. I think for me, hands down. I mean, Borderlands, Gears of War, Zombie Army were up there. Obviously, I had a blast with all three of them, but I think Doom Eternal, in terms of how you use strategy to be the Doomslayer and just effectively wipe out all these minions from hell, and just how fast you move and how well you move. Oh man, it's just, for me, that was the shooter of the show. I don't know, John, what do you think?
Sorry.
You were there.
John.
I'm just cleaning up.
Best shooter, I would say, no, we won't count that shooter. I'll say Gears.
Wrong. Oh, sorry.
Wrong.
I'm loopy, man. It's been over 2 hours. I'm sorry.
It's been over. Not quite.
Gears is awesome. Gears is awesome. You can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong with Gears. That played beautifully.
They both look good. I ended up going with Zombie Army 4 because it just looked like chaotic fun. Like we had a bunch of fun playing World War Z recently, and this looks elevated of that. So I'm like super stoked to see how this works out. But yeah, that's my shooter of E3.
Very nice. Next, and this is hard to do because there's so many indie games that they did show off. But I think Spiritfarer for me was awesome. I can't wait to play more of Spiritfarer, and just everything about it is kind of right up my alley. Just a nice, easygoing building with great story, great characters. I'm all about it.
I would say Spiritfarer, but there was another one. I can't remember what it was called, but it was kind of like a roguelike RPG, where it's kind of like I don't know, one of the characters kind of reminded me of a Star-Lord. Like, he had that look, and he had dual pistols and stuff, and he plant bombs, and he kind of had like that cocky arrogance about him.
Did you see it or did you play it?
I played it.
Ooh.
Anyway, I'll think about it later. But
yeah, it was one of the Xbox ones, right, that you played?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know.
Crap.
I can't help you with this one, guys. I'm sorry.
Does it start with an N, like Nebula or something?
Maybe Space Marine, something indie.
Yeah, because the developer like pulled you over to play it because you were waiting for Darksiders.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah, we'll think about it. It looked cool. I didn't play it, but it looked cool.
It was fun.
But
move on, jeez.
I know, right? Seriously, Jason, you put down a couple.
I put down 3 because
yeah.
I was super stoked on seeing Fall Guys.
Yes.
Like, it looked like MXE, which is one of my favorite shows of all time, where everything don't get eliminated, you know? And like, you're just these crazy little cartoon characters trying to get to the end of this maze or puzzle or platform, and everything is against you. Your other opponents, the world, there's like fake walls, there's balls falling everywhere. It just looks amazing. And I think that'd be really fun to do on stream, so hopefully we can get to try that out. Spirit Fair, like you guys already mentioned, that game looked really good. And there was one that we got an email from, I believe it was from Square, Chris Tales. I don't know how to, but what it is it's.
Oh no, that's from Tinsley sent that. But yeah, that looked really good as well.
Was it Tinsley? I don't remember. But yeah, it was. But yeah, it's basically you have the past, present, and future, and your story intertwines between all 3 at the same time. So what you can like go in the past real quick, change something, or like I'm assuming like plant a seed, and all of a sudden you have a tree in the future to continue something on. I mean, they didn't really show too much on it, but I can just see like play like that, especially going back and forth between them, looked really awesome. So I'm really stoked on all 3 of those, because I think a lot of those come out this year too. I remember.
Yeah, I think you're right. And the way things go, I mean, there's gonna be more and more indie games. I just think they're awesome. Just something new. I made a category just because of our experiences that we had this year, but best retro game or best nostalgia. For me, it was a tie between Battletoads and Ultimate Alliance 3. Just because, man, it brought back so many great memories of playing the original ones, with friends. And Battletoads had the right type of nostalgia where the action was great, just like I remembered, and the bike level was hell, just like I remembered. Yes. And it was just like I wouldn't have it any other way. So that was awesome. That was so awesome to play. And Ultimate Alliance, oh my gosh, 15 minutes was not enough. I want that game out right now to keep playing. It was so much fun. So those are my 2. I couldn't pick one. So that was my 2 for that one.
Yeah, I kind of agree with those as far as nostalgia. I probably have more fun with Ultimate Alliance, to be honest with you, between the 2. Just the characters, the combat, like the combo moves, like everything was just beautiful. And the fact that we were fighting over who got to play as Miles Morales was fun too.
Yes, yeah. I didn't win that battle, but Black Panther was fun. That was you're like, yeah.
So wait, you're not saying that Final Fantasy VII was your most nostalgic part? Because
I never played it.
No, I'm talking about John. He was just talking about bragging about it and everything.
Oh, Big John, you gotta call him out.
I'm gonna call you out. I didn't call anyone out all night except for Breath of the Wild. We're almost done. I gotta get it going.
You got.
Okay, fine. Final Fantasy is my best nostalgia. I was just thinking that was a whole separate category of best in show.
You can bring it back. I understand. I'm just giving you a hard time. It's fine.
We're spreading the love.
So my thing that I saw that just exploded nostalgia all over my face was Link's Awakening. It's just, man, that's like one of my absolute favorite Zelda games I've ever played in my life. I remember playing it back on the Color DX version where you got color in it. It had a printer support. You can like print pictures you took in the game. Like, it was just amazing. I loved it. I know there's some flaws in it. Like every time you bump into someone, the freaking text pops up, but just seeing the new artwork and the graphics and the way it still played the same. Oh, it hit me hard. I can't wait. I am buying it. I already pre-ordered the amiibo for the son of a bitch game, and I haven't done that in a long. I haven't had an amiibo in years, so I am stoked. I pre-ordered at Best Buy. It's going to be there the day it comes out, and it's going to be a battle between who's going to want to sell me that game, because I'm hating all the companies right now. I haven't had good deals with Amazon or anyone, so we're going to see who's going to give it to me that day. But yeah, I can't wait for that game. It looks so gorgeous. I can't wait.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait either. It's gonna be super fun. I put a couple just to round things up, just some silly ones that don't really matter, but I just thought it'd be fun. The best booth has to go to Nintendo. Just the way they set up a stadium for Pokemon Sword and Shield was cool. Luigi's Mansion being just a spooky hotel was phenomenal. Absolutely loved it. Worst booth for me was the Bang booth. So
wait. What booth?
The Bang booth.
Bang.
So you guys know the energy drink Bang?
Oh.
Yeah.
So
they took it old school. Like back in the cringeworthy days where there was booth babes that danced like for hours on end.
All they fed were Bang energy drinks? Like that's.
I think
you were just riding.
They looked exhausted. They looked disinterested, and the DJ was like, "Yeah, dance, yeah, dance." It's like,
show me what you've got.
Yeah, like it's awful, horrible. So yeah, that set the industry back like 20 years, just having them there. But kind of gives you an idea of what E3 was like this year, where like there were some big booths from legit companies, and then there's these other guys that are like selling weird stuff, like 5-hour energy tea.
Okay. What about
weird vendors?
What about our homies, the Super Soul Brothers, Super Soul Bros, the band?
They killed it.
Of course, they kill it.
They killed it.
God, I love those guys.
Awesome.
They're so good.
What's great about them is they have this prime spot where it's next to the concessions, next to restrooms, so it's just like a perfect break that you can just, and there's couches.
Oh,
so
good for them.
You put your feet up. Oh, and they play awesome music. Their stuff's on Spotify. If you have not heard of Super Soul Brothers yet,
we actually use their music in our intros and outros and stuff.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, they're good friends of ours. I mean, I'm just saying, but
kind of exclusive, whatever. No big deal.
Yeah, no, ain't no big deal.
My last award was Best Swag, and I just put Borderlands 3 because those prints were awesome.
I think you said there was multiple Best Swag as we've gone through this. I think you said the Ultimate Alliance or Avengers had the best swag.
Oh.
And then you said Battletoads had some cool swag. Then you said something else had some cool swag.
Yeah. It was a good swag year, man. It was really good swag year. I just got to be careful because, I can't pick any of the shirts because I'm too fat. So none of the shirts work.
And I'm too tall, so it doesn't work for me either. So.
Yep, they can't be in the running at all. Other than that, I mean, lanyards, no. Get out of there with lanyards. There's too many of them. There's a lot of good booths, but with swag. But I think for me, Borderlands is pretty awesome. I enjoyed it.
Those pictures, those prints or whatever, look sick.
Heck yes, there might be a print in the giveaway we're about to do. So.
Ooh.
Just saying.
Speaking of giveaway, I think we only had about 2 people to give this away.
All right, fight it out to the death.
Well, Maction went to bed because he had to get up early, so J Machine I think is the only one up right now.
Oh, he went to bed. Sorry.
Yeah, Maction had to go to bed. Other than that, we'll do that at the end if you want to wrap it up.
Yeah, I mean, do you want me to show off what I have in here?
Sure, let's show it off. Show these suckers who's watching it late what they're gonna miss.
Oh, different show off. Okay.
Oh.
So. I know. My bad. Sorry about that.
Cut stream.
So in this lovely Ubisoft tote that I grabbed from the Ubisoft conference, so we have some lovely goodies. I think they're fun. I did also throw in some other gear that I've gotten from previous E3s that I just wanted to kind of round out everything. Hopefully to make it worth someone actually tuning in to talk about us, forever and ever. So, so in terms of swag, Oh my gosh, everything is in the. Okay, there we go. So.
You pull out a
And
hot
what's
pocket
great-
or something hella old.
Well, yeah, I'm like, ooh.
K-cups from the hotel.
So a couple things that are from older E3s. Ghost Recon Wildlands hat.
Nice.
Ooh, yes. So we're throwing that in there. Have just an old from my first E3 Titanfall 2 little poster that
Very
we're throwing
nice.
in there. I am also throwing in one of the prints that came for Borderlands 3.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's awesome. The Psycho doing the scream. That's freaking fun. I really like this one. But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
So I have because I took a crap load of these. A pack of 2 little bracelets from Bethesda, and they look like this. So it just says Bethesda, be together.
Is that
Tie
stitched?
'em up.
Oh wow, yeah, check that out.
Yeah, man. So they have they have a pack of 2 that I'm throwing in. Jason, I stole like 6. I mean, sorry, I borrowed 6 of them.
Borrow. Bullshit. You ain't borrowing nothing from E3.
Well, we were up until like 11 playing Doom, and so like no one was out, and there was a box of them right there. I was like, yoink! I grabbed a handful.
I'm sure they would have gave you more if you asked. I'm sure
of
they
course.
would have gave you more.
Of course.
Bless you.
Speaking of lanyards that I never wear, but I mean, come on, you have to throw a lanyard in here somewhere. So I got one of the Xbox Game Pass lanyards.
With no Game Pass?
Just wait for a second. Jeez. That might have been the big thing at the end, you jerk.
Well, you should have started the end like you did with your awards.
Anyway, before I was rudely interrupted, an Apex Legends pin.
That's kind of slick.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. J Machine.
I don't play the game. Anyway, besides that, for Bleeding Edge, I threw in some stickers.
Oh wow, that's slick.
Yeah, so it has all the, besides the logo, it has the names of all the dudes and dudettes that are the characters in there. Plus, I am, and John's gonna laugh because he's probably keeping his. They have some Bleeding Edge socks.
Ooh.
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't handle the toe thing right there, so I'm giving this away.
They're so comfy though.
I bet they're comfy. This is his name is Damon. He's like the ninja guy.
Even.
Not Demon, it's Damon. Daemon.
Yeah.
Damon?
Ignorant. Anyway.
Wow. You
So-
dropped that. Welcome.
Welcome to the team, son.
Welcome to the team.
I'm gonna throw in. I have
Cover
I'm gonna cover up the code. I'm not stupid. So I got a 1-month Game Pass Ultimate that I'm throwing in there. Yes, I'm not using it, John. I'm gonna give it away because it shames me to have this thing and not have a 12-month. So anyway, it's for a month of Game Pass Ultimate, but with Game Pass Ultimate, you get Game Pass for Xbox, you get Game Pass for PC, and you get Xbox Live. So enjoy it for a month.
Hey, that's good.
On us. So anyway, that's what you're winning. Klutz, who's left in there? Who's talked the most?
I mean, switch between J Machine it came at the end, and then Maction was in the beginning. So I'm not counting who wrote the most.
Do it.
Let me just take a guess.
Take a guess. Who interacted the most with us?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
If not, give me 2 names and
How
I'm
many
gonna
wheel
eat miny mo.
scrolls do I need? How about I just write the names down randomly? And I'm gonna let you choose a number, and we'll go that way.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, my oversized bag fell down. Stupid.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. This is not part of the giveaway, so don't get excited. But Jason, I wanted to show you the Sega shirt.
Oh, that is amazing.
Yeah. So all the consoles in a circle.
It's got the Terra drive on it too.
Yeah. Shout out Dreamcast at the very bottom.
That looks amazing.
That was awesome.
Damn, that shirt. All right, choose one or two. Unless you want to pick a random number generator.
I'm gonna do what? Yes, what? Okay. 2.
2. Number 2 is Maction.
Yay!
So we'll hit Maction up. If he accepts it, then he's good. If not, J Machine, I will shoot it your way instead.
Yes.
So we'll go from there.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Legit.
Love
That's a legit package. I still have crap from when we went.
We need to give that away. We have how many Sea of Thieves shirts?
I think I have 2.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
I have a couple copies of Retro City Rampage.
Oh, man.
A retro. No. What's the newest one the guy did? The guy did Shakedown Hawaii. Retro. Is it Retro City Rampage? No. Retro City Rampage is the old one.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have 2 of those on PlayStation 4, like hard copies to ship out to someone. Whoever wants it, I'll just skip it out. So we're good. Wrap it up. Let's
Awesome.
clean it up.
Hey, just to wrap things up, I said it before. Very weird show in terms of vibe, but I think it went great. There was still a lot of great games that are coming out this year. There's a lot of good ones coming out next year. So I mean, that's kind of disappointing. We got to wait for some of these really awesome games to come out next year, but 2019 is going to end strong. We got a lot of great games, especially coming out on the Switch. That's going to be phenomenal. So Link's Awakening.
Oof.
Otherwise, we're playing Ultimate Alliance 3 all day when that game comes out in July. But yeah, just solid.
Good thing I got my Switch on the wireless at work, because that's all I'm going to be playing. That's what we're going to be doing all day.
For Jason's boss who might be watching, he's just kidding.
I'm completely kidding. I don't have time to do crap at work besides work.
you got to fix problems at work.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
there's a lot of problems.
It was great being there. Again, we'll see how it goes next year. I wonder. One of the main reasons I wanted to go this year is I was just kind of wondering if this is it, if they're going to do something different next year. So I kind of wanted this to be like, oh, maybe this is a last hurrah before it completely changes to like a basic con that you might see. So yeah, we'll see next year, June 9th through 11th. That's when it's going to be.
Oh, they already have dates for it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They announced the dates after the show, the last day they show the dates. And then they announced the attendance was 66,100. No, it wasn't. Please.
Liar!
Quit lying. Quit lying. We know better. Anyway, John, last thoughts, especially for, since you busted your cherry.
Yeah.
This year for E3.
That sounds so bad.
Well, yeah, that's why I said it.
I know, right? No, like, I had highlight moments, Keanu getting to sit on the Final Fantasy VII bike, meeting the New Day, all the swag, having a great experience playing everything we wanted to play and things we didn't want to play. So, only complaint is I didn't really have any sleep because our bed smelled like smoke, but whatever. Yeah.
When you try to save money, you get the Hood Hotel, and sometimes you try to make it work as best you can.
You'll get that Holiday Inn Express when you sleep in the back of your car.
Next time it's my turn.
Woo!
Oh, no, it's my turn. God damn it!
Well, start planning, man. June 9th through 11th. Let's go.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna go next. If it's happening, well, it is happening for sure next year.
Yeah,
I'm probably gonna go.
You got to, man.
You
gotta experience it just once.
Right.
I want it to be the worst one ever. Watch it. There'd be a fire and half it just burns down. Like I just lose everything.
No Nintendo, no PlayStation, no Xbox.
Yeah, it's
just like bang.
It's just us and the Atari VCS.
That's right. Oh yeah,
Jesus,
girl.
Hey girl. We'll bring her as the body. She's gonna hold everything down for us.
Heck yeah, she will.
Oh boy. Anyway, anything else, guys? We can wrap it up. We're pushing.
No, let's wrap it up. Let's
All right.
let's do this thing.
Thank you guys, everyone, so much for watching. Whether you're watching this live, shout out to everyone who's been in chat hanging out with us tonight. And if you haven't watched this live, you're watching this afterwards, please hit us with a follow at twitch.tv/GameOctane. You'll see me on here. You'll see Ryan on here. Maybe we'll get John on here once in a while. We have Bo on Wednesdays, Matt's usually Mondays, Chris on Friday. I mean, we have a bunch of people going throughout the week, so. And we have some cool stuff planned. I have a few things planned for Extra Life that I hope comes through.
Ooh.
I'm trying to get a hold of a celebrity for Extra Life, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work. So we're gonna see how that works out.
Get it.
So we're gonna see. So I want to thank you two guys for going, and I know you guys had a lot of fun, but there was also a lot of work involved. So much love and much appreciation for me on my end. Yeah.
No, it was an honor going. It was an honor representing GameOctane again. I'm glad. I think what I like most about this podcast is it's so hard to get everything written out. So it's just great to be able to talk about some of these games and just talk about it. So thank you guys for listening. Again, we will have a few more impression articles going up this week, along with a couple more reviews. And then it's kind of business as usual, basically. But we appreciate you sticking around and watching.
Yeah, seriously. So, in and up, my name is Jason Germino, a.k.a. Klutz Leo. You can find me with that tag anywhere. And you can get a hold of me anytime you want. And you want to questions about us, questions about anything, want to know something about a game, I will go on a hunt and find out the information for you. So just give me a heads up. I'll let you two guys close it out, and we'll close it up.
Okay, I'm Ryan Welch. You can find me, all kinds of places. I'm online all the time. Yep. If you head over to our Discord channel, find us when we're playing games, when we're streaming live, things like that. So yeah, this is great talking to you guys.
Discord hears it first.
Yep, yes, they do. Yep. And everything.
I guess I'm John Jefferson Jr. So yeah, you can find me on most social media and all that fun stuff. And hopefully you'll see more of this, which is fake.
Oh no, we got to line it up before we end. Oh yes.
Get some.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, clip it.
Get it.
All right, everyone, we're gonna close this out. I'm gonna draw.